keep on moving. Keep. I had to relearn what a brother is. I had to relearn what a sister is. I had to relearn what a mother is. There is no other him. Watch your mouth, fix your lips. I am learning to compartmentalize what I find with my mentals. I could have been labeled mental voices in my head. If I speak to the wrong one, I'll be diagnosed schizophrenic. Creating pollution you can't escape from. We're Captain Planet. Where's Captain Planet? And it's exactly how they planned it. It's insanity, state in a state of sanity. But I'm the scribe, keep a record on the record, I break records. This, that, medu, nature, echo, living, lively, times 3, trinity. We are not the same, not even simile. Plant the seed, a man receive excellence, adoration, testaments, evaluation, literally. The love is real, yet they be hating. Salutations, I wait to master patience. Acting lackadaisy on your facts, I'm back by conscious beings. I am free, can't lock the wings in. The diction is firm, call me men. A man 3 in 1, erection, protection, firm. Spitting life into who I speak to like sperm. Creation is a who I earn. The right to fully see it through. The heart as I rise through. Manu, Akut, lost it when I had to find you. I'm through, times 2, dualism, we will align soon. As I meditate in my room, it becomes a space of pure truth aligned with my eyes. Verbiage is time for more than the 2 eyes. I can see the veil underneath that other veil. Focus when I am locked in. I don't need a cell. Tell me you don't see the traps. Tower power over enemies, frozen over hell, reversing spells. Fell from the skies, the body is disguised. If you needed a sign, well this is it. I hope you read between the lines, left, right. After the first step, I write what's left in me. This is destiny, keep on moving, especially if you find blockage. No amount of pushback will stop this. This will get capped in stone, they cannot top this. Pyro, fire, Va is my attire. Inspire the ones chosen, the ones open, the ones spoken. From times when life was once spoken. Enchantments, Nessu, double tongue in motion. Give, receive, keep moving and move for keeps. Keep it real, keep the master key. I had to master me. Mirror glass shattered in my dreams. I didn't like the image till I realized I am the image of the image. I'm here for keeps, keep your distance. Social gimmicks, our stories told within the hieroglyphics. Mystics, just keep on living, we're gifted. Our stories told within the hieroglyphics. A language living, just keep on living. Keep on moving. Keep on moving. Keep on moving. Keep on moving. Keep. I had to relearn what a brother is. I had to relearn what a sister is. I had to relearn what a mother is. There is no other him. Watch your mouth, fix your lips. Yep, motivate a nation. Stepping out the spaceship, causing a spaceship. Faced with, revealing the spells within this matrix. From the Masons, but I'm the architect. Best respect, I can architect. Rule your rulership, I hold the heck. Control my thoughts, still move when the game is paused. We speak heck up, this is the best of Medu Netra, bars like Wi-Fi, we're connected. Always on time, frequency and flow through frequency. I know the power I hold in my throat. Creation, destruction, with every single thing I've spoke. Enter, nectar, Kurt, show your worth, heal from all the hurt. Not a singer, best believe I hold a note. Read between the lines, you're not really lost in that. I hope you find exactly what you are looking for. This is more than words, taught myself to heal myself. I come from the dirt, no time for slacking or bad habits. Sad tactics of bringing mad, tragic mental processes that lack passion. Spit, fire, black dragon. School of hard knocks, send you backpacking. My eyes, when this appears, it's like magic. The fact is, when it's wartime, we go savage. Shield of armor 720, prevent backstabbing all the fiends of good-hearted beings. They don't suit the role, they lack the fashion. So just keep on moving. Keep on moving. Keep on moving. Keep. I had to relearn what a brother is. I had to relearn. Hotep, peace and love, peace and love. How you doing, great brothers?
Hotep, doing well, doing good, doing great.
Hotep, peace and love. I missed my cue. Hotep, peace and love. Welcome everybody to the House of Aten Study Guide Sunday. Ancient Tehuti and Teachings of the Natiru presents the Hymn to Tehuti by me, the great AFFIRMATION Maat. Before we begin, and I introduce everybody on the panel, we will begin as we do every week with our beautiful affirmation. On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Unki Maat, Un Ns, Nintet or Set Maat, Min Hapapat Maat, Her in Hukui, Per Ikut. I live for Maat. I exist within her. I do not speak in the place of Maat. Every day I advance towards Maat. My being is surrounded in darkness. I come forth as conscious light. Peace and love, everybody. Hinu to the great Ahati Maat. Ahati Maat was taught under the great Tehuti Amenhotep Ra. He has been a serious student and teacher of Kemetic culture and history for several years. He has written multiple books, including the textbook called Journey of Your Soul series, essays, and articles. Furthermore, he hosts in-person and online classes, weekly podcasts, and periodically creates documentaries. He also has experience in public speaking and academic debating, and he is responsible for this weekly study guide. Next, we have the scribe, Ani Ptah Aten Tehuti, is a representative of the Natiru. He has been searching for the source since a young man and has now found it with Maat, with the guidance of Saba Tehuti, who gave him his name to be a reflection of him as Aten Tehuti. As he continues to dig and implement his studies to create the highest quality of presentations with factual information to teach his people, he also creates sound vibrational tones to heal the soul and break the spells of negative hypnosis. He uses sound vibration and conscious thought to recreate the mindset of the Natiru. Next, we have the mighty Menkhu Ra Meri Maat, is a student of the master teacher Saba Tehuti Amenhotep Ra and a follower of Maat. Menkhu Ra is the Heb, the festivities organizer in the House of Aten, cultural enlightenment advisor and teacher, the developer of the Pathways to Awakening, a director and producer of documentaries, researcher of ancient civilizations, a researcher of knowledge of spells. And last but not least, the presenter for the night is me, AFFIRMATION Maat. I am the esteemed steward of the venerable House of Aten. As a devoted disciple of the master teacher, the illustrious Tehuti Amenhotep Ra, I proudly undertake the role of the sagacious host for the weekly gathering within the sacred halls of the House of Aten. Here we delve into the profound teachings that illuminate the path of Maat. In the sacred sanctuary of the House of Aten, I guide fellow seekers on a journey of enlightenment and understanding, drawing from the wellspring of ancient wisdom. Our gatherings are profound explorations into the depths of truth, meticulously deciphered through the lens of ancestral artifacts and the profound teachings bestowed upon us by the great Tehuti Amenhotep Ra. My commitment to the pursuit of wisdom extends beyond the confines of our weekly gatherings. As a true-hearted devotee of truth, I strive to embody the essence of Maat in all aspects of life. Expressing unwavering love for my people, my soul resonates with the harmonious frequencies of the Medu Necha. I stand as a loyal guardian of Maat, steadfastly defending the sacred principles that govern our existence within the House of Aten. Welcome, everybody, to Study Guide Sunday.
Welcome, welcome. Peace and love, peace and love. Y'all brothers gonna come to the screen?
Yes, give me a few moments and I'll be ready to come to the screen. Getting a couple things in the background ready.
Beautiful, beautiful. I'm looking forward to this reading that AFFIRMATION is going to share with everybody. Yeah, it's going to be a good episode.
Menkhu, let the people know what we have in store for them today.
Today we are doing something very special for our wonderful, beautiful community, our chat. We are doing a giveaway. And so in that giveaway, I believe it's going to be $100 gift card. And we'll do like a little game show thing. I don't know if you all are familiar with Kahoot. We will be doing a Kahoot about Kemet. It is just though I didn't make the answers. I found it. And so I'll walk you through it. It's just, just a little fun thing, nothing too serious. You don't want to make it too difficult. But there's a couple different categories, different things we could do in the Kahoot from non-studiers of ancient Kemet. It'll just be a lot of language that most people know about Egypt, but it'll be fun. It'll just be a little game show that you all can participate in. And whoever wins the Kahoot wins the $100 gift card. And so once we get into it, you'll need to be on a laptop and use your cell phone to participate, because you'll log in on your phone. You have to go to a website, and then it'll pop up a code, and then you have to put up the code to pop up. You'll have to put in the number, and then put your name in, and then we'll see, once you enter, we'll see your name on the screen that you've decided to participate in the game show that we're going to be doing, the Kahoot. So for the folks who usually are just on your cell phone, I don't think you'll be able to participate if you just are on your cell phone. I think you need your computer and your cell phone to participate. And yeah, that's what we're doing today. We're giving back, showing love to our wonderful chat, our wonderful House of ATTON participants and members. I gotta catch up to the meta word for the members and all that. I'm not there yet, but I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get the new language. But you know who you are. Are you a participant, a part of our family, a part of the House of ATTON? We're gonna have a little fun thing and build our community. Atef, how you doing, great brother?
Oh man, I'm great, bro. You speaking my language, brother. You talking baby talk. You sound like you say the test gonna be. Sound like you say the test gonna be easy. The quiz gonna be easy. And it's gonna be an easy way to win $100. And then you say you gotta learn the language, because I don't know what the word is neither. It's beautiful though, as we learn though. That's the beautiful thing about it though, because we all at different places in our knowledge, and we all get to learn together. So that's beautiful, bro. But
yes, really quick, I was just gonna say what Aten said yesterday in the pod class, that it's good to be uncomfortable, for us to push ourselves and to grow, because as we're growing together. So I really loved how he said that yesterday in the pod class.
Yeah, that's beautiful. And over here at the House of ATTON, you really win prizes, man. Because who was that won? That was Maharu that won the last contest, right?
Yes.
I think it was Maharu. Yeah, exactly. So
yes.
Yep. So I'm definitely looking forward to this game. I did see it. I was looking at the answers. So this is gonna be great, man. Yeah. So I'm reading the hymn to Tehuti, and speaking of being a baby and reading this, I remember the good brother Nukpu asked a question to Saba about his name. So this is just a reading. I'm going to be reading a couple of things. I'm going to be reading a few of the hymns, maybe 6. They're very short, but they're very, very, very good, very profound. And it's beautiful, beautiful literature. But before that, I'm going to read from the book, The Legends of the Gods. And the reason why I'm going to do that is because, Menkhu, I've been going back and looking at some of the old shows that we did, brother, and some of the old shows that Saba did. And in one of them that I did, I think it was the Stepping Out of the Matrix class. Someone had asked to share the book list, a list of books that I recommended or that Saba recommended, because I had mentioned that I had came across these books. So I'm going to do that as well. Just this is one of the books. So it prompted me to read from this book. So in the future, I'm going to release a book list, because we're all at different stages in learning. So, you know, this was one of the books that helped me a lot, continues to help me because as me and Ani was talking about, there's no shortage of literature to study and learn from, man. You know, our ancestors, we're very fortunate in that our ancestors left us something behind to be able to learn from, and also being fortunate in having a wonderful teacher like Saba to interpret these things and answer these questions that we have, you know, because we all have different questions. We're all at different places. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this. Definitely. Ani, you want to do anything before I start the reading, or how you want to proceed, my good brother?
Yes. Yes, peace and love, great brothers. Hotep. Hotep to everyone watching here live with us. Peace and love to all the people who are watching on the playback. Yes, as the great brother Menkhu Ara said, we'll be doing a giveaway, right? A game show where you have a chance to win $100. And yeah, disclaimer: House of Aten did not make these questions. These is not House of Aten questions. But it's going to be fun, and this is to give celebration, and this is the Karu, right? The Ker, which is the same word for the voice, and the same word for the Netter Kurt, we are the protectors of the Ker, right? So we're the Karu. So for everyone who is learning, it's a very powerful thing, and I'll be putting together some small classes for everyone to go in depth of what the Karu symbolizes. But for those of you who have received the newsletters, there's a good translation that I put there on the newsletter of the Karu and of the Meru, the members and the supporters. So yes, we are here to celebrate 1,000 subscribers, which is the meta word Kah, here on YouTube. And this is what sparked the giveaway, because it's you all who have helped to get us to where we are. And this was a milestone that we set when we first started on this journey. So, you know, when you begin any type of new venture, you write out your goal list. And this was one of the big goals. And we reached it. To you all who support and who subscribe and who share this information. So now we're doing $100 giveaway. So Hotep Henu.
You gotta keep teaching like this.
You see, that's how it's done. You are watching a master at work.
Neb Nefer Unk. Everything is beautiful in life.
Yeah, that's beautiful, man. 1,000 subscribers. Yeah, here new to the chat. We definitely got the best chat room. I remember I used to hear that all the time, brothers. Man, let me tell y'all something. You got to go back and rediscover. Those of you that have been on this journey with us since the beginning, you know what I mean when I say that. You got to go back and re-examine some of the old classes and just see how far we've come. And see how far Saba has come. It will explain a whole lot about where we're at right now. Because right now I'm rediscovering and I'm like, my mind is blown. The whole reciprocity system, the whole way he runs the podcast, the whole how we started teachings of Maat to now progressing to the house of Aten. It's just all beautiful, man. And you know, I'm always learning, so I love learning, and it's just I'm blown away every single time when I go back and I re-examine one of Saba's old classes. So yeah, hey, new to everybody in the chat. We've reached 1,000 subscribers, and brick by brick, like I say, you know, we're gonna continue to keep building this nation brick by brick. Everybody just play your part, because everybody has a role to play. You know, so we just got to keep on building, you know, instead of destroying. And look what we could build, you know. Look what we can build. Look what we can accomplish. It's just beautiful. I'm blown away, man. So here, new to you, I got to give everybody another round of applause, because this is definitely something that needs to be celebrated.
Yes, it's definitely a beautiful thing to, you know, take this step and be where we're at, and to, you know, keep on moving, you know, keep moving forward, leading with the left. It's definitely a beautiful thing to have 1,000 subscribers. I remember, you know, Ani was like, when we get here, you know, this will be a good milestone for us. And so we're here. So hinu to all the subscribers, to all the supporters, and to our wonderful chat.
Yes, Effect, he says, can I use the TV to watch and play on my phone?
Yeah, I responded in the chat, and so we're gonna have to experiment, because I think, yeah, I think the way that it works best is when you have it on your computer or your TV, and I think you answer the questions on your phone, so you can see. I think you can see all aspects of what's going on if you have an additional screen than just your phone. But we'll experiment with this Kahoot thing, because we may do it again in the future.
So do you think that if you go on your phone, and you know how YouTube can still be playing in the background, can you still participate even if you're not able to see like what's happening on the YouTube?
So what's going to happen is I'm going to share screen. I'm going to share my screen, and then I'm going to click on the Kahoot tab. And so once I click on the Kahoot tab, everybody will be able to see that platform. And then it's going to be a website. And then you got to go to the website. And once you get to the website, there's a number that's going to be on the screen as well. You're going to put that number in, and then you put your name in, and then whatever name you put in, you could put in a nickname or whatever. Did I freeze?
Slightly, yes.
Okay, I'm back. You put your name in, you can put a nickname, whatever. And so we'll have to experiment. I don't know if you'll be able to see the YouTube page, because we'll be on the Kahoot page.
Okay, but even if they're not able to see, maybe they'll still be able to participate and just listen in, and whoever, you know, maybe just answer the questions and hope you win.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, because in the StreamYard, because we're in the StreamYard and I'm sharing screen, so yeah, they'll be able to see it on the YouTube page.
Okay, excellent. And do you think that should you go ahead and put the link out and let them go ahead and sign up, so when we're ready, they can just be prepared? Or you want to do it all at once?
I'll try it, and while we're doing the thing, I'll see if I can set it up. I don't know if we have to do it real time, but I'll play with it right now and see what I can do.
All right, excellent. To our great brother Henu, to Menkhu Ra for setting this up for us. So yes, peace and love, everyone. Let's give a shout out to some of the people in the chat. First one in the chat, Nefer Hotep and Meri, everyone. Hotep and Meri. To Nefer Keperet, Nook Poo, who says Hotep, Meri, Karu, Per Aten, Shimsu, Natiru. Absolutely. Hotep Henu, Hotep Meri to you, great brother Nook Poo. A wonderful addition and asset to the house of Aten. Oxafet says Hotep Maat, Meri Aout. Yes, Hotep, great brother. These are the wonderful Karu that you see of the House of Aten. Peace to you, great brother. Angela Gates, peace and love. Hotep to you, sister. Green Agua Source, excited to be here. We're glad to have you, Green Agua Source. And we have Kenneth Cotton, Hotep, peace and blessings, family. Hotep to you, one of the YouTube members, which is why you see his name in green and why he has a special emoji next to his name. He's supporting the House of Aten through the YouTube membership, and everyone can be a part of that as well. Just hit the right next to the subscribe button. You'll see a button that says join. Hit that join button, choose the tier that you want to be a part of, and join in. And everyone who is a YouTube member will, for all of the videos that we have lined up to release here on YouTube that's not live, the YouTube members, which right now are I think maybe 4 or 5 or 6 people will get access to the videos first. Maybe for a few days. We don't, we'll see how it goes. So that small group of people who supporting through the YouTube will have access to the audio books first, through all of the teachings that we'll be posting. They'll be the first one. So Kenneth Cotton, be on the lookout for that. Peace to you, good brother, for supporting. Minty Hotep, Hotep Meri, Ta Sin, Per, Karu, Maat, Kes. Henu to you, Hotep. Tua, wonderful sister, another Karu, another wonderful member, another Ker of the House of Aten. We appreciate you and everything that you're doing as well. She is the one who produces all the timestamps that you see on the House of Aten on the playback. Minty Hotep is the one who does the timestamps for us. So Tua and Hotep to you. All right, next we have Lisa, who says, Hotep Meri, everyone. Hotep and Meri. Peace to you, Lisa. Another wonderful, great supporter of the House of Aten. We appreciate you and the support. She is a Meru. She is a Mer, a supporter of the great House of Aten. So we appreciate you and your presence being here. All right. So let's see. Oh, yes. Anu and Antu, who is here with us. Tua Meri. House of Aten, Ubin M. Nu, Uesu, Mahu, F. M. Maat. Thank you, love, House of Aten, rising anew, strengthening his generations of men with Maat. Tua, great to. Antu is one of our social media managers. And I'll be posting, we have a link tree now with all of our links. And so I'm gonna go ahead and post that in the chat now. So there is the link tree, and there you go, great brother. Primordial Thought 9. You can add that to your set of links, or I think I can add it to the thing as well. But if you have a separate thing, you can add that to your links. So this is our new link tree / House of Aten, and it has all of our links to all of our social platforms. So Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. We have all of these, and everyone's going to want to be a part and follow what we're doing, because we have some major releases coming very soon that you won't be able to get nowhere on the internet but the House of Aten. If you want to represent the Natiru, you need to be following the House of Aten in our social platforms. So yeah, it's wonderful. So shout out to Antu for all of the reels and all of the content she's creating for the House of Aten social platforms, as well as Nefer Keperet. She is also creating content for the platforms of the House of Aten. So shout out to the great social media managers, and Anu, who is going to be the first Ker member of the House of Aten to come forward and do a reading. He's going to do a reading, one of these Sunday study guide reading classes. He's going to be reading some literature, and he's also going to do a class on it. And so this is something that I wanted to bring forward and allow Brother Anu to inspire all of the other Kuru to also come forward, and all of the studying that everyone's doing Come show us what you're studying, show us what you're putting together, show us what you're reading. And we're building this platform for everyone. We want everyone to come up here and be a part of what we're doing. And so we're going to start a second live show for the CUR to come forward with any teachings or anything that they want to present. So be on the lookout for that. So Anu is starting that off for us. So Hinu to the great brother Anu. Eric G, that's it. Peace to you, great brother. Hotep, y'all. Peace. All right. And so, yes. And then here we have our great moderator, Primordial Thought 9, who is a fantastic asset and addition to the House of Aten. Our moderator. Yeah, he's going to be another great brother that you're going to see up here giving a presentation. So I look forward to that. Great brother, Primordial Thought 9. Peace to you. And Tua for being a wonderful moderator for the House of Aten. All right. Let's see. Kenneth Cotton says, hello, brothers. How can I join the classes? Well, we have multiple classes. We have Medunetter Monday class, which is hosted by Saba Tehuti. And I'll put that up here. Right now, the classes are on pause until further notice, hopefully in April, but there's 65 classes that you can get recordings of. The great Saba Tehuti has the best Medunetter class that exists. So you can join by emailing mysticaltelevision@gmail.com and let him know you would like to get some Medunetter classes. And then we also have Wisdom Wednesday classes. And this is for all of the Kur, all of the Kuru, the House of Aten members. Which of course is separate from the YouTube. This is the House of Aten membership involves everything, encompasses all things. So all you have to do is email me if you want to become a member of the House of Aten, which is, let me put it on the bottom for you. Ani Ptah at houseofaten.org. So you can reach me there. Let me know, that you want to be a member, and we can start that process. So you can join in the Maat Wisdom Wednesday classes. This is a free class that I host for all of the great members, and we have one coming up Wednesday. So the next class is February 28th will be our next Wisdom Wednesday class. All right, to Kenneth Cotton for asking that question. All right, so let me share the screen, show a couple things, show you all the link tree, because right now we are in complete reconstruction of everything. So we're rebuilding everything from the ground up. And so here is the link tree, and this is just a quick and easy way to find all of our links, the Instagram, Facebook, here's the YouTube you're on now, TikTok. We also have an X, which is Twitter, WhatsApp. If you are on WhatsApp, you can also add me on WhatsApp, and you can get through and communicate to me through that WhatsApp. Our Discord, everyone make sure that you're a part of the Discord. We have a Spotify that we're working on. So it's up here. You can go ahead and follow that, and we'll start producing the episodes on Spotify as well. SoundCloud, all of my music and tones and audiobooks that I put out are on SoundCloud. So you can, here's the SoundCloud link, and then the House of Aten, Cash App and PayPal links, and then also the email. So everyone make sure that you utilize the link tree and get all of our platforms. Follow us on all of our platforms, because within the coming weeks, the coming months, we're finna change the entire game. So be a part of it. Keep up to date with us. And it's a wonderful thing. All right, and then lastly, I'll show the houseofaten.org. So as I said, the website is undergoing some major updates. So right now it's locked off. So behind this wall right here is a lot of construction, a lot of code. There's a lot going on behind this wall right here that is going to change the entire game. Yeah, it's wonderful. So everyone, make sure you go here, put in your email address here. You're added to the mailing list, the newsletter. So this is a new newsletter. So everyone who's a part of the newsletter from the old House of Aten website, I need you all to also go here and sign up here. And so when you sign up, you'll get some loyalty points. So we have a point system set up. And for every 100 points, you'll get 10% off of everything that is going to be on the store. Everything that we have on the shop, the House of Aten shop. You get 100 points, you'll get 10% off. And signing up gets you 100 points. So you'll automatically get 10% off, and it'll be right here in your dashboard, right here in your loyalty system. And once I unlock this for everyone to go into, there'll be a loyalty page, and you'll also be able to get points for many different things. And so the system is set up, and I'll explain it as we release the website. But and there's also a chat here too. So if you all want to message me through here, you can also message me through that. So to offer everyone's patience as we're changing history here with the Natiru, as we're going to be the ones to represent them in their proper form and show everyone the quality and how to do business in Maat. We're going to teach everyone by example. So Hotep Henu, everyone make sure you go there, houseofaten.org, and sign up for the mailing list. All right, let me put that there in the chat for you all. All right, and so before we get started, let me share one last thing. Okay, there we go. I see him. Let me share one last thing here. Let me pin these very important links to the top of the chat, so we all can do our part and helping to build this. This is with what we're doing. Man, this is the Hotep Henu to all the great Karu and all the great Meru. Without you, this would not be able to be done. So if you want to support us and help us, here is our links, our PayPal and our Cash App. You can utilize these links. The links are pinned to the top of the chat. They're also in the bio. If you appreciate what you're a part of, and you appreciate what you're seeing and the information that's being brought forth, and in the specific class here, the readings that the great brother Tefrim Kim Maat is doing, we're giving away $100 here in this class. Support the House of Aten, Cash App, PayPal, House of Aten. Utilize those links. So yes, to Henu, peace and love to all the great people who's watching on Rumble as well. So we're everywhere simultaneously, all at once. So peace and love, everyone. And I'll pass the mic to the great brother Tefrim Kim Maat, and let him get into what he will be reading. Peace and love. Tua.
Hotep, peace and love. Oh man, this is gonna be great. Somebody gonna win $100 tonight and get some great teachings. So let me get started.
Nook Poo said he's coming up in April. What month is this? Where we at? Time is February. Okay. We got about what? 35 days. All right, good. I'll put that on the calendar right now. Nook Poo coming up in April. Looking forward to it, brother. Atef, you're muted.
Oh, okay, here we go. I lost my page. Anyway, we are going to be reading the hymn to Tehuti. So first I'm going to read from the WALLIS BUDGE Legends of the Gods books, and this is chapter 13. Am I screen sharing?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Tehuti and Maat and the other goddesses who were associated with him. The hymns to Ra, which are found in the Per-Imheru and in other funeral works of the ancient Egyptians, state that the deities Tehuti and Maat stand one on each side of the great god in his boat, and it is clear that they were believed to take some important part in directing its course. And as they were with Ra, when he sprang up from the abyss of Nu, their existence must have been coeval with his own. The conceptions which the Egyptians formed about Tehuti and Maat were both material and spiritual, and it is important to arrive at any conclusion concerning the functions of these deities without enumerating the facts about them which may be derived from the text. Speaking generally, Maat may be considered the female counterpart of Tehuti. In the pyramid texts, our earliest authorities, the functions of Tehuti are of a purely funeral character. That is to say, he appears only as the neter who is willing to be a helper of the deceased kings. And although it is certain for many passages that his assistance was eagerly awaited by the souls in the underworld, there is no description given in these early works of the functions of the god. We must then rely upon the inscriptions of the later dynastic period for our knowledge of the powers of Tehuti, and from these we can learn that he was called the Lord of Kemetic, the self-created, to whom none hath given birth, God one, he who reckons in heaven, the counter of the stars, the enumerator of the earth, and of what is therein, and the measurer of the earth, and the heart of Ra, which cometh forth in the form of the god Tehuti. The chief shrine of the god was in Kemetic, called Hermopolis by the Greeks, and Ishmunin by the Arabs. But he also has shrines in Abydos, Hisert, Urit, Per-Ab, Rehu, Taor, Seb, Hat, Selket, Talmis, and At-Tchamutet, Ba, Amenheruib, and Takins. As the Lord of these places, he was called Lord of Divine Words, Lord of Maat, and the judge of the two combatant gods. Horus and Set, and among other titles, we find him called Twice Great and Thrice Great. From this last, we derive the epithets Trismegistus and the term Maximus in the classical writers. The above facts prove that Tehuti was regarded as a neter who was self-begotten and self-produced, and he was one that he made the calculations concerning the establishing of the heavens and the stars and the earth, that he was the heart of Ra, that he was the master of law, both in its physical and moral conceptions, and that he had the knowledge of the divine speech. From many passages, we see also that he was the inventor and God of all arts and sciences, that he was the Lord of books and the scribe of the gods and the mighty in speech, i.e., his words took effect, and he was declared to be the author of many of the funeral works which the deceased gained everlasting life. In the Per-Em-Heru, he plays a part which gives him a unique position among the Netiru. He is represented as the possessor of powers which are greater than those of Osiris, and even those of Ra himself. Before, however, we go on to consider these, the forms in which he appears on the monuments must be mentioned. Usually he appears in the form with the head of an ibis, but he also appears as an ibis. When in human form, he holds in his hands the scepter and the emblem of life, common to all the Netiru, but his headdress varies according to the particular form of the Neter in which the artist wishes to depict him. As the reckoner of times and seasons, he has upon his head the crescent moon and disk. As a form of Shu and Anher, he wears the headdresses of these Netiru. He is also seen wearing the Atef crown in the united crowns of the south and north. In the Per-Em-Heru, he appears as the scribe of Maat of the company of the Netiru, and then he holds in his hands the writing reed and the palette of the scribe. But his connection with Ra and his first rising in primeval times is indicated sometimes by the Uachit, i.e. the power or strength of the eye of Ra, which he is seen carrying along in his hands. The name of the god Tehuti appears to be derived from the supposed oldest name of the ibis in Egypt, Tehu, to which the termination ti has been added, with the idea indicating that the king called Tehuti possessed the qualities and attributes of the ibis, a derivation of the name which appears to have been favored by the Egyptians, connected it with the word tek, or await. In the passages quoted by Lanzone, we find the god actually called Tek. Now the determinative for the word Tek, await, is the sign for heart. And we know that the bird called Tek, or Teknu, which closely resembles the ibis, the bird sacred to Tehuti, which in the opinion of some ancient writers connected with the heart. Thus, Hor Apollo says that when the Egyptians wished to write heart, they draw an ibis, for this bird was dedicated to Hermes, i.e. Thoth, as the Lord of all knowledge and understanding. And Elian supports his testimony by adding several curious and interesting facts about the habits of the ibis. Other names given to Tehuti were A and Sheps, Lord of Kenenemu, Aten, Kinti, Miha, etc. The commonest name given to Tehuti is Hab, ibis, a word which finds its equivalent in the Coptic, and one of its commonest forms is the dog-headed ape, which occupies such a prominent position in the judgment scene in the Per-Em-Heru. Here we see him seated on the top of the support of the beam of the balance in which the heart of the deceased is weighed, where his duty is to watch the pointer and tell the ibis-headed Tehuti when the beam is exactly level. According to Brugish, this ape is a form of Tehuti as the god of equilibrium, and he appears to be a symbol of the equinoxes. The ape An is also connected with the moon, for he is often seen with the lunar crescent and disk upon his head. But there is no doubt that he represented Tehuti in his character of Lord of the divine words and the scribe of the gods. For in the scene reproduced by Lanzone, we see him holding in one paw the god's palette and writing reads, and these titles are given to him. Besides these forms of Tehuti, may be also mentioned those in which he possesses the attributes of other Natiru. Thus, as a god of Mendes, he has a human body with the head of a bull surmounted by a disc and uraeus. As Shu, he is depicted in the form of a man wearing the crown of Shu, and Anher, he is depicted in the form of a man wearing the crown of this god. As Sheps, he has the head of a hawk. The ibis and the ape and are his commonest forms. The principal seat of the worship of Tehuti was Kemetic, or Hermopolis, a city famous in Kemetic stories as the place containing the high ground of which Ra rested when he rose for the first time. Here he was regarded as the head of the company of the gods of the city, who were 8 in number: Nu and Nut, Hehu and Hehut, Kek and Keket, and Ker and Kerhet, or Now and Nait, i.e. 4 pairs of deities, each pair consisting of a male and female deity. As to the importance of this company of the Natiru, 2 eminent Egyptologists have held directly opposite opinions. For the late Dr. Bruges thought that the 4 pair of deities form the oldest example of the Ogdoad, while M. Mispero is of the opinion that we must join in the 4 pairs to Tehuti. When the 9 gods will form an independent Puat, constructed partly on the model of the Puat of Hermopolis, Dr. Bruges thought that the 8 gods of Hermopolis were primordial deities, but M. Maspero thinks that these characters are entirely artificial and that they are only gods formed according to the laws of grammar, 4 being masculine and 4 being feminine. The latter argues that because the high priest of Hermopolis was called by the title which indicated that he served him that is chief of 5, the gods of the city were only 5 in number, i.e. Tehuti and the 4 gods of the cardinal points. To the 4 gods of the cardinal points were then assigned female counterparts, hence the 8 gods. Tehuti, according to M. Maspero, is these what Tim or Ratim was to the Puat of Hermopolis and Hermopolitan. Puat was constructed after the model of Holopian Puat. Thus, Nu and Nut equals Shu and Tefnut. Hehu and Hehut equals Seb and Nut. Kek and Keket equals Asar and Isis. And Ker and Kerhet, or Now and Nait, equals Set and Nephthys. This view is, however, not supported by the evidence of the text, which in the writer's opinion indicates, as has already been said, that the 4 pairs of gods in the Hermopolis belong to a far older conception of the theology than that of the company of the gods of Hermopolis. Another point to be remembered is that Tehuti was intimately associated with the ape, as were also the gods of his company. This takes us back to the very remote period when supernatural powers were assigned to the particular class of ape, which was the companion of Tehuti, and when the primitive Egyptian regarded the knowledge and cunning of the dog-headed ape as proofs of his divine nature. Between the period when this took place and the development of the Holopian theologian, a very long interval of time must have passed. The 2 conceptions belong not only to different stages of civilizations, but probably to 2 distinct races of men. One of the most interesting titles of Tehuti is Judge of the Rehehu, the pacifier of the gods who dwelleth in Unnu, Hermopolis, the greatest god in the temple of ATTON. A very early Kemetic tradition made a great fight to take place between the god of light and the god of darkness. And in later days, Ra himself, or some form of him, generally one of the Horus gods, was identified with the god of light, and Set, in one form or other, was identified with the god of darkness. Thus, the fights of Ra and Apep and Heru Bahutet and Set and Heru, son of Isis, and Set are in reality only different versions of one and the same story, though belonging to different periods. In all these fights, Thoth played a prominent part, for when the Eye of Ra, i.e. the sun, was doing battle with Set, this evil power managed to cast clouds over it, and it was Tehuti who swept them away and brought the eye alive and whole and sound and without defect to its Lord, HOREMHEB. He seems also to have performed the same office for Ra after his combat with Apep. At the contest between Heru, son of Isis, who fought with Set, in order to avenge the murder of his father Asar, Tehuti was present, and when Heru had cut off his mother's head because of her interference in the fight at the moment when victory was inclining to him, it was Tehuti who gave him a cow's head in place of her own. In all these fights, Tehuti was the arbiter, and his duty was to prevent either God from gaining or In all of these fights, Tehuti was the arbiter, and his duty was to prevent either God from gaining a decisive victory and from destroying the other. In fact, he had to keep these hostile forces in exact equilibrium. The forces being light and darkness, or day and night, or good and evil, according to the date of the compositions of the legends and the objects which the scribes intended to secure by writing them down. In the group of titles of Tehuti quoted in this paragraph, we see that he is called Great God of Het Abtit, or the Temple of Abti, which was one of the chief sanctuaries of the god and was situated in Hermopolis. The hieroglyphics with which the name Het Abti are written prove that they mean the house of the net. The temple where a net was preserved and venerated. But the questions naturally arise. What was this net? And what was its signification? We know from the two versions of the PERMHERU that a net was supposed to exist in the underworld, and that the deceased regarded it with horror and detestation. Every part of it, its poles, the ropes and weights, the small cords and hooks, had names which he was obliged to learn if he wished to escape from it, and would make use of it to catch food for himself, instead of being caught by those who laid snares. Thus, in a prayer, we read, "Hail, thou God who lookest behind thee, thou God who hast gained the mastery over thine heart. I go a-fishing with the cordage of the uniter of the earth, Heru, and of him that maketh a way through the earth. Hail, ye fishers who have given birth to your own fathers, who lay snares with your nets, and who go round about in the chambers of the waters. Take ye not me in the net wherewith ye ensnared the helpless fiends, and rope me not in with the rope wherewith ye roped in the abominable fiends of earth, which had a frame which reached unto heaven, and weighted parts that rested upon the earth." From this passage, it is clear that the Kemetians possessed a legend in which one power or the other in the stories combats were armed with a net wherein he tried to ensnare his adversary. In chapter 17, the deceased says, "Lift thyself up, O thou Ra, who dwellest in thy divine shrine, draw thou into thyself the winds, inhale the north wind, and swallow thou the Bekesu of thy net, on the day wherein thou breathest Maat. The meaning of Bekesu is not quite clear in this passage because of its determinative. We should naturally connect it with some organ of the human body, but it is evident from its context that Ra possessed a net, and we are certain from the former extract that it was one of the weapons which he employed in his war against the gods, against the god and fiends of darkness. An interesting parallel is afforded by the Assyrian and Babylonian versions of the fight between the sun god Marduk and the monster Tiamat and her fiends, for it is said in them, he, i.e. Marmaduke, set the lightning in front of him with burning fire, he filled his body. He made a net to enclose the inward parts of Tiamat. The four winds he set so that nothing of her might escape. The south wind and the north wind and the east wind and the west wind. He brought near to the net which his father Anu had given him. It is interesting to note that in the passage from the chapter of the winds are also mentioned in connection with the net of Ra, and it is difficult not to arrive at the conclusion that the use to which the sun god put his net was the same in each legend. Whether this be so, however, or not, matters little for our purposes here. It is quite clear that in the Kemetic story, the god Tehuti was supposed to have some connection with the net of Ra, and it is equally clear that in his temple, which was called the Temple of the Net, the emblem of the net, or perhaps even a net itself, was venerated. We are now able to sum up the attributes attributed to Tehuti and to consider how he employed them in connection with the dead. In the first place, he was held to be both the heart and the tongue of Ra. That is to say, he was the reason and the mental powers of the god, and also the means by which their will was translated into speech. From one aspect, he was speech itself, and in later times, he may well have represented, as Dr. Birch said, the of Plato. In every legend in which Tehuti takes a prominent part, we see that it is he who speaks the word that results in the wishes of Ra being carried into effect. And it is evident that when he had once given the word of command, that command could not fail to be carried out by one means or the other. He spoke the words which resulted in the creation of the heavens and the earth, and he taught Isis the words which enabled her to revivify the dead body of Osiris in such wise that Osiris could beget a child by her. And he gave her the formulae which brought back her son Horus to life after he had been stung to death by a scorpion. His knowledge and powers of calculation measured out the heavens and planned the earth and everything which is in them. His will and power kept the forces in heaven and in earth in equilibrium. And it was his great skill in celestial mathematics which made proper use of the laws of Maat, upon which the foundation and maintenance of the universe rested. It was he who directed the motions of the heavenly bodies and their times and seasons. And without his words, the gods, whose existence depended upon them, could not have kept their place among the followers of Ra. He was the scribe of the Natiru and possessed almost unlimited power in the underworld. The god Osiris was in many ways wholly dependent upon his good offices, and the ordinary mortal sought his words and help with great earnestness. In the judgment scene, in the PERM, it is Tehuti who acts as the part of the recording angel, and it is his decision which is accepted by the gods, who ratify the same and report it to Osar. For when once Tehuti said that the soul of the deceased had been weighed, and that it had been found true by trial in the great balance, and that there was no wickedness whatsoever in it, the gods could not fail to answer, that which cometh forth from thy mouth is true, and the deceased is holy and righteous. And in consequence, they straightway award him a place with the Sar in the Sekhet Hatepu, or Elysian fields. Tehuti, as the great god of words, was rightly regarded as the judge of words, and the testing of the soul in the balance in the hall of Osiris is not described as the judging or weighing of actions, but as the weighing of words. Ucha Matet. To words uttered under certain conditions, the greatest importance was attached by the Kemetians, and in fact, the whole efficacy of prayer appears to have depended upon the manner and tone of voice in which the words were spoken. Tehuti could teach a man not only words of power, but also the manner in which to utter them, and the faculty most coveted by the Kemetians was that which enabled him to pronounce the formula and chapters of the Per Imheru in such a way that they could not fail to have effect which the deceased wished them to have. After the names of deceased persons, we always find in funeral papyri the words Ma-Karu, which means he whose word is Ma, that is to say, he whose words possess such power that whenever they are uttered by him, the effects which he wished them to produce unfailingly come to pass. The words, however, here referred to are those which must be learned from Tehuti, and without the knowledge of them and of the proper manner in which they should be said, the deceased could never make his way through the underworld. The formula of Tehuti opened the secret pylons for him and provided him with the necessary meat and drink and apparel, and repelled baleful fiends and evil spirits. And they gave him the power to know the secret or hidden names of the monsters of the underworld, and to utter them in such a way that they became his fiends and helped him on his journey, until at length he entered the field of peace of Osiris, or the boat of millions of years. These are the words referred to in the title of Tehuti, Lord of Divine Words, or Lord of the Words of the Netiru. The whole of the Book of the Dead was assumed to be the composition of Tehuti, and certain chapters of it he wrote with his own fingers. In the late work called the Book of Breathings, it is said Tehuti, the most mighty God, the Lord of Kenenemu, cometh to thee, and he writeth for thee the Book of Breathings with his own fingers. Thus thy soul shall breathe forever and ever, and thy form shall be endowed with life upon earth, and thou shalt be made a Netiru along with the souls of the gods, and they shall be the heart of Ra, and thy members shall be the members of the great Netiru. In later times, the epithet Ma-Karu appears to have had somewhat different meaning from that given to it above, and at times it may well be rendered he whose word is right, and have reference to the words of Tehuti in the judgment, when he informs the Netiru that the heart of Osiris has been weighed with the strictest care on the part of himself and his ape, which sits on the support of the balance, and that at the weighing of the heart, in one pan of the scales was able to counterbalance exactly the feather of the right, or the law in the other, and that the case of the individual under examination was a right one. From the many passages of the Per Imheru, we learn of the services which Tehuti performed for Osiris, and which he was able to repeat for the benefit of every man who was acquitted in the judgment. In the 17th chapter is the list of calamities which were averted from Asar by Tehuti, who gave words to the dead God and taught him to utter them with such effect that all the enemies of Asar were vanquished. Thus he made him to triumphant. See Makaru, in the presence of the great assessors of every god and of every goddess, in the presence of the assessors who are in Anu on the night of the battle and of the overthrow of the Sebau fiends in Tatu, on the night of the making to stand up the double tet in Sekhem, on the night of the things of the night in Sekhem and Pa and in Tepu, on the night of establishing Heru in the heritage of the things of his father in Reketi, on the night when Aset maketh lamentation at the side of her brother Asar in Abtu, on the night of the Heker festival, when a division is made between the dead and the spirits who are on the path of the dead, on the night of the judgment of those who are to be annihilated at the great festival, the plowing and the turning up of the earth in Root F in Rastal, and on the night of making Heru to triumph over his enemies. In the chapter, the deceased HUNEFER says to Osiris, I have come unto thee, O son of Nut, Osiris, prince of everlastingness. I am in the following of the god Tehuti, and I have rejoiced at everything which he hath done for thee. He hath brought unto thee sweet, fresh air for thy nose, and life and strength to thy beautiful face, and the north wind which cometh forth from Tem for thy nostrils, O Lord of Teshert. He hath made the god Shu to shine upon thy body. He hath illumined thy path with rays of splendor. He hath destroyed for thee all evil defects which belong to thy members by the magical power of the words of his utterance. He hath made the two Horus brethren to be at peace for thee. He hath destroyed the storm wind and the hurricane. He hath made the two combatants to be gracious unto thee, and the two lands to be at peace before thee. He hath put away the wrath which was in thy hearts, and each hath become reconciled unto his brother. In the 13th chapter, the deceased addresses the guardian of the book of Tehuti and says, I am endowed with glory, I am endowed with strength, I am filled with might, and I am supplied with the books of Tehuti, and I have brought them to enable me to pass through the god Aker, who dwelleth in Set. I have brought the palette and the ink pot as being the objects which are in the hands of Tehuti. Hidden is that which is in them. Behold, me in the character of a scribe. O Herukuti, thou didst give me the command, and I have copied what is right and true, and I do bring it unto thee each day. In the vignette of the chapter, we see the deceased seated with a palette and an ink pot before him. In the pyramid text, there is evidence that Tehuti was connected with the western sky, just as Horus was identified with the eastern sky. And this idea is amplified in an interesting fashion. In the chapter of the Per-Em Heru, we find that the deceased addressed Tehuti both as Tehuti and as Timu, the setting sun, or as the god of the west. He is disturbed about that which hath happened to the divine children of Nut, for they have done battle, they have upheld strife, they have done evil, they have created the fiends, they have made slaughter, they have caused trouble. In truth, in all their doings, the mighty have worked against the weak, and thou regardest not evil, nor art thou provoked to anger when they bring their years to confusion, and throng in and push to disturb their mouths. For in all that they have done unto thee, they have worked iniquity in secret. The deceased adds, I am thy writing palette, O Tehuti, And I have brought unto thee thy ink jar. And as he declares that he is not one of those who work iniquity in secret places, at the same time, he clearly disassociates himself from those who do. These words are followed by a very remarkable passage in which the deceased, addressing Tehuti under the name Temu, asks the god what the place is into which he has come. And he says that it is without water, that it hath not air, it is depth unfathomable, it is black as the blackest night, and men wander helplessly therein. In it, a man may not live in quietness of heart, nor may the longings of love be satisfied therein. A little further on in the chapter, he asks the Lord Tem, i.e. Tehuti, how long have I to live, i.e., how long will my existence in this new world be? And the God replies, thou art for millions of years, a period of life of millions of years. It is a remarkable fact that it is not Asar, the Lord of life everlasting, but Temu, Tehuti, who promises the deceased this coveted gift. In the first part of the chapter from which the above extracts have been made, Tehuti is clearly appealed to in his capacity of measurer and regulator of times and seasons, that it is to say, as the moon god, who is commonly called Tehuti, or the great god, the Lord of heaven, the kings of the gods, and the maker of eternity and creator of everlastingness. Under this form, the god Tehuti is depicted as a mummy, standing upon the symbol of Maat and holding in his hands the emblems of life, stability, sovereignty, and dominion. And the scepter on his head is the crescent moon, and by his side of his head, he has the lock of hair symbolic of youth. As a bearded, mummied human figure with the crescent moon on his head and the lock of hair symbolic of youth, the head, however, has two faces, which are intended presumably to represent the periods of the waxing and waning of the moon. In some scenes, we have Tehuti represented in the form of a disc resting between the horns of the crescent moon and placed upon a pedestal in a boat similar to that in which Ra is usually seen. Sometimes an Uwachet is placed over each end of the boat. In one intersecting scene, the god Ahotep is represented with the head of an ibis surmounted by a lunar disc and crescent seated in the boat, and a dog-headed ape stands before him and presents an Uwachet. It is noteworthy that the curved end of the boat is notched, like the notched palm branch, which symbolizes years. In the narrowest sense, Tehuti symbolizes the new moon, and this is only natural, for, as is well known, all calculations made by the moon in the east from time immemorial have been based upon the first appearance of the new moon in the sky. But generally speaking, Tehuti as the moon god represents the moon during the whole month. On the other hand, the Uwachet of Tehuti indicates the full moon, just as the Uwachet of Ra stands for the midday sun. This fact is proved by an interesting scene reproduced by Signor Lanzone from Burgess Monuments, Berlin, 1857. Here we see the god Tehuti, ibis-headed, standing by the side of a lotus pillar which supports heaven. Resting on heaven is a crescent, and in it is an Uwachet of Tehuti. Leading up to the top of the pillar is a flight of 14 steps of unequal length, which are intended to represent the first 14 days of the month. And at the foot of it stand 14 gods. The first of these being Tem, who has his foot rest, who who has his right foot resting on the first step, which is the shortest of the whole flight. The gods who stand behind him are Shu, Tefnut, Seb, Nut, Heru, Aset, Neptis, Heru Het-A, Emset Hep, Ta-Mutef, Kebla Sunef, and a god without a name. In the more extended sense of the Uachet of Tehuti represented the left eye of Ra, or the winter half of the year, when the heat of the sun was not so strong, nor its light so great, and when darkness remained in the skies for a longer period. This Uachet of Tehuti, or the Tehuti Heru, as it should more correctly be called, is mentioned in the pyramid text, where it is called the black eye of Heru. Thus the king of Unas, it is said, thou hast seized the two eyes of Heru, the white eye and the black eye, and thou hast carried them off and set them in front of thee, and they give light to thy face. The white eye here referenced to is, of course, the sun. Thus we see that Tehuti not only brought the eye of Ra to the god, as we have already said, but that he has also established the eye of the moon god, who was indeed only a form of himself, and that Tehuti was also in certain aspects identified with Osiris, and with Heru, and with Tim, and therefore with Khepera. One other attribute of Tehuti remains to be noticed, i.e., that which is made to us in the Book of the Dead, wherein the deceased says, I am he who sendeth forth terror into the powers of rain and thunder. I have made to flourish my knife, along with the knife which is in the hand of Tehuti, in the powers of rain and thunder. The short composition in which this passage occurs is called the chapter of being nigh unto Tehuti, and in the vignette, the deceased is seen standing before Tehuti with both hands raised in adoration. From the above fact, it is quite clear that the Greeks were generally correct in their statements which they made about the wisdom and learning of Tehuti, whom they identified with their own Hermes. They described him as the inventor of astronomy and astrology, the science of numbers and mathematics, geometry and land surveying, medicine and botany. He was the first to found a system of theology and to organize a settled government in the country. He established the worship of the Nitiru and made rules concerning the times and nature of their sacrifices. He composed the hymns and prayers which men addressed to them and drew up liturgy works. He invented figures and the letters of the alphabet and the arts of reading, writing, and oratory in all its branches. And he was the author of every work on every branch of knowledge, both human and divine. According to Clemens Alexandrius, the Book of Tehuti were 42 in number, and they were divided into 6 classes. Books 1 through 20, books 1 through 10 dealt with the laws of the gods and the education of the priests, and books 11 through 20 treated the services of the gods or sacrifices of offerings and forms of worships. Book 31 through 34 related the history of the world, geography, and hieroglyphics. Books 31 through 34 form treatises on astronomy, astrology. Books 40 to 45 contain a collection of religious compositions, and books 42 to 50 were devoted to medicine. An attempt were made some years ago to include the Book of the Dead among the books of Tehuti, but it is now quite certain that although Tehuti was declared to have written some of its chapters, it must be regarded as an entirely separate work and as one which enjoyed a much greater reputation than they. How Tehuti was able to perform all the various duties which were assigned to him by the ancients, it is difficult to understand until we remember that according to the Kemetic text, he was the heart, i.e., the mind and reason and understanding of the god Ra, the title given to him in some inscriptions, 3 times great, great, from which the Greeks derived their appellation of the gods, or term maximums, has not yet been satisfactorily explained, and at present the exact meaning which the Kemetians assign to it is unknown. It is, however, quite clear that Tehuti held in their minds a position which was quite different from that of any other neter, and that the attributes which they ascribed to him were unlike the greater number of those of any member of their company of gods. The character of Tehuti is a lofty and a beautiful conception, and is perhaps the highest idea of deity ever fashioned to the Kemetian mind, which, as we have already seen, was somewhat prone to dwell on the material side of the divine matters. Tehuti, however, as the personification of the mind of God, and as the all-pervading and governing and directing power of heaven and of earth, forms a feature in the Kemetic religion, which is as sublime as the belief in the resurrection, in the dead, in the spiritual body, and as the doctrine of everlasting life. So I'm going to stop right here, and then I'm going to read the actual hymns. I'm going to be reading from this book right here, which is Hymns and Prayers and Songs, an anthology of ancient literature. So we're going to start right here with this hymn. And the hymns are pretty short, but they're absolutely beautiful. So I just wanted to give some context on Tehuti, based on what the Egyptologists have to say. So this is a hymn to Tehuti, and this is on the statue of HOREMHEB in New York. And this is the worship of Tehuti, son of Ra, beautiful emergent moon, lord of appearances, who illuminates the gods, by the hereditary prince, Meri, vizier, fan bearer on the king's right hand, commander-in-chief of the armies, royal scribe, HOREMHEB vindicated. He says, praise to you, O moon, Tehuti, strong bull of Hermopolis, dwelling in its sacred precinct, one who clears the way for the gods, knows the religious mysteries, writes down the statements of the Netiru, who distinguishes one report from another like it and evaluates each person. Skilled to guide the bark of millions of years, courier for the sun folk, who knows a man by his speech and measures the deed against the doer, who attends on Ra and ascends to the presence of the soul land to inform him of all that has happened. Each dawn he gives an accountant in the sky, and he does not neglect the events of yesterday. Who keeps the night bark healthy, and who makes the day bark peaceful, his arms unhindered in the prow of the night bark, clear seeing when he has taken the rope of the day bark, rejoicing in the joy of the night bark. During the celebration, when it crosses the sky, who overthrows the rebel serpent and calculates the landing on the western horizon, while the Ennead in the night bark offer praise to Tehuti, saying to him, hail, hail, O you whom Ra favors, as you compose the peons to the Netiru, they re-echo what your spirit wishes, as you open a path to the destination of the bark. May you sacrifice that rebel serpent, cut his head off, annihilate his soul, and throw his body on the fire, for you are the neter who slaughters him. There is nothing done without your knowledge. As the exalted one, son of the great goddess, who came forth from her flesh, protector of Harakuti, with entree to the lore of Helopolis, who created the sphere of the neter, who knows the sacred mysteries, interpreter of their words. Let us offer praise to Tehuti, the plumb line, who is true in the center of the balance, who drives off evil, receives the one who does not lean toward crime, vizier who judges words, who quiets uproars into peace, scribe who records, who protects the scrolls, who punishes the guilty, who accepts the one in chains, healthy of arm, wisest of the Ennead, who brings back all forgotten things, helpful to one who has gone astray, who recalls the fleeting moment, who reports on each hour of the darkness, whose words will last forever, who has entry to the underworld, knowing all those there, and who records them each according to his name. Beautiful. Next is another prayer to Tehuti, and this is also in the statue of HOREMHEB in New York, an offering of the king to Tehuti, Lord of the sacred writings, Lord of Hermopolis, who determines truth and who ferries Ra in the night bark. May you cause that the following words be accurate. I am one forthright with the courtiers. Each problem is reported to me, and my tongue is skilled enough to set it right. I am one who upholds the laws of the king, who gives instructions to the courtiers, wise in my speech. There is nothing of which I am ignorant. I am one who gives guidance to all, who helps each man to know his way, and I do not forget what is put in my charge. I am one who advises the Lord of the two lands, who speaks of things neglected, who does not ignore what my Lord has said. I am one who reports to the council, and I do not forget the counsels of his majesty, for the spirit of the hereditary prince, HOREMHEB, vindicated. This is another hymn to Tehuti and Maat. Praise is to you, Tehuti, Lord of Hermopolis, who came to be of himself, not being born, sole God who governs the underworld, who gives instructions to the Westerners, those who are in the retinue of Ra, and who distinguishes among the tongues of all the lands. May you allow HOREMHEB, the royal scribe, to flourish at his sovereign side, just as you are beside the Lord of all, just as you nurtured him when he came forth from the womb. And praises to Maat, our Lady of the North Wind, who opens the nostrils of the living, and who gives air to the one in the midst of his bark. Allow Prince HOREMHEB to breathe the breezes born of heaven, just as the Lady of Punt breathes her aromas from the lake of myrrh. May you allow my entry and departure from the field of reeds, and let me be provided there from the field of offerings, and receive the daily gifts from the altars of the lords of Hermopolis. And let my heart be in the water crossing for the necropolis, to the pure islands of the field of reeds. May you open wide to me the blessed path, and spread my road before me. And may you place me in the retinue of Sokar, before the gates of the beyond. For the spirit of the hereditary prince, sole friend, commander-in-chief of the armies, rejoicing under Osar, HOREMHEB, vindicated, possessor of blessedness. Absolutely beautiful. And then next we have another hymn to Tehuti, and this is from the papyrus of Anastasia III. Praise to you, Lord of Manor, holy baboon with shining mane. O pleasing aspect, gentle, charming, loved by all. To him belongs contentment, for he is Tehuti, who overwhelms the earth with beauty. His headdress is red jasper, his phallus is carnelian. Love gushes out from his eyebrows as he opens his mouth to give life. My entryway is sweet since the holy creature entered it. It has developed and is well furnished since my Lord set foot therein. May you all be happy. You of my neighborhood, rejoice for me, all my neighbors. Behold my Lord, he made me what I am, and my heart belongs to him. O Tehuti, For me, you are more than a champion. I shall never fear what you do. This is another prayer to Tehuti from the Papyrus SALLIER I, Chief of the Guardians of the Archives, Amentet of the Treasury of the Pharaoh, writes to the scribe Pentawus. This letter is brought to you as follows. O Tehuti, take me to Hermopolis, your city where it is pleasant to live, providing for my needs of food and drink, and watching over the words I utter. If only Tehuti would be near me tomorrow. Come, they say, and I go into the presence of the Lord of justice. May I come forth vindicated. O great doom, Psalm 60 cubits high, the one with nuts upon it, with fruit within the nuts, and water in the fruit. O you who can bring water from a far off place, come, rescue me, a thoughtful man, O Tehuti. A well is sweet. When a man is thirsty in the desert, it is sealed to one who uncovers his mouth unwisely, but open to the thoughtful man. Let the thoughtful man come, that he may discover the well for the hot-headed man, and you shall be filled. This is beautiful. Oh man. And this will be the last one I'm going to read. This is the prayer to Tehuti for wisdom in his service. This is also from the Papyrus of Anastasia. Come to me, Tehuti, O glorious sacred ibis god who loves Hermopolis, scribe of the letters to the Ennead, exalted in Heliopolis. Come to me that you may give good counsel and make me wise in your affairs. Your calling is splendid above any other. It makes for greatness. One discovers the knowledge in it to form a distinguished man. I have seen the many men you favored, and they are high officials seated on the council of the Trinity, strong and powerful because of what you do, and it is you who gave them wisdom. And it is you who give good counsel to him without a mother. Fate and good fortune are in your hand. Oh, come to me that you may give me wisdom. I am a devotee of your domain. Let me recount your mighty deeds, wherever I may be. Then shall the multitudes of people say, great are the things Tehuti has accomplished. Then they shall come bringing their children, offering them to your service. The service of the Lord of power is perfection, and happy he who is allowed to follow it. Hinu to our great Saba Tehuti Amenhotep Ra. Hotep, I'm trying to get back to my screen.
Hotep.
Can you see? Hotep, that was a bar. I didn't think it was going to be that long. Hold on, I wanted to show everybody. Go ahead. What was you going to say, brother?
No, I was saying that couldn't have been long enough. That was so good, but keep going.
No, I was trying to find the because I was looking back at my at some of the old classes, and they was asking for the book notes, and a lot of these books are very easy to obtain. As I pointed out, let me just show my screen one more time before you say something. Let me see if I can share. My screen is sharing.
Yes.
So this is the book that I read from. So this was one of the books that was on my book list that I heard Saba talk about. You can see I purchased it in 2021, June 3rd. Actually, wow. 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 Anyway, this was the book that I read from. So this is a beautiful book, easily obtainable. You know, these things are not very hard to get. So I don't see why, you know, it's just you got to know. If you don't know, then you don't know what you're looking for. But when I actually got the book, I really didn't know what I was getting. And then this one right here, let me show you. Go back to my screen. I need like a thing. I be seeing how people be flicking through screens really quick. Present right here. Entire screen right here. Boom. And then if you see right here, this is free. Where I was reading the hymns from, you can go to the Internet Archive and just get this book and download it. It's real easy to obtain. You don't have to purchase everything, but you know, all you got to do is look. But then you got to know what you're looking for. So this was that book. And you just go to Internet Archive right there and just search it, and it'll come right up, man. So, you know, they say we in the information age. So there's no need in us, no need in us not getting the information if it's there. Yeah, brother, what was you gonna say?
That was so good. That was so holy. Holy, 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 holy. I hope I'm using words that are not offensive to the Neteru, because I came out of Christianity, but that is what comes to mind when I think of Tehuti. And it's like there's the big three, but it's connected to, well, it's not even a big three because of Sar. But when we think about Ra, we think about Tehuti, and we think about Maat. I kind of think of them as the big three, but you know, it's connected to Horus and it's connected to Asar. And anytime you say Asar, you got to do the Neterts. And so it's just so beautiful, these readings and these writings. And forever, we always hear, we don't know, our history has been hidden from us. This is the history that they're talking about. So like you said, you got to know what to look for. But there's so many gems in there. I feel like, you know, it's like robbing a jewelry store, you know, going into the vault, because that was just so much valuable information. That's the 8. That's the 8 associated.
Yeah, I wanted to show a couple of the pictures that I had. So this is the statue of the baboon at the Penn Museum. You know, this is some of the stuff that some of the artifacts that Budge spoke about. This is another picture, the relief of RAMESSES, and then we see Tehuti right there, and ABIDOS. This was the scene, the judgment scene that this is the papyrus of HUNEFER, and it's Anubis, Tehuti, and Maat. It says, detailed in the papyrus of HUNEFER, 1275 BCE depicts the jackal-headed Anubis weighing a heart against a feather of truth on the scale of Maat, while the ibis-headed Tehuti records the result. Having a heart equal to the weight of a feather allows passage to the afterlife, wherein an imbalance results in a meal for Amit, the crocodile, lion, hippopotamus. So this is a picture of I just got a few pictures of Tehuti that relate to the readings. This is another beautiful picture of Tehuti. So yeah, brother. But yeah, man, we have to familiarize ourselves with this. You know, it's just we know everything else, so it's about time that we learn our culture like we know about everything else. You know, so this is why as I unlearn and relearn, I just, you know, it's like not knowing what to say. I just know I need to echo the tone of the Neter. So this is why being the Techetu and reading these readings, I'm reading a little bit of what the Egyptologist said to just give a little context in it. But my main point and focus is to echo the tone of the Neter. That's my only focus, to echo their tone and to say it how they said it, and to familiarize ourselves with our culture. As I was reading, I don't know if you guys noticed, but that was a facsimile. I don't know if I'm saying that word right, but there was some parts that I was reading that were underlined. Did you see that, Menkhu? Did you pay attention to that?
Yes,
So,
you had a underline.
I didn't underline that, brother. That was from the facsimile. And do you know the part that was underlined? Did you pay attention to the part that was underlined? I'm gonna pull it up and show you again. I'm gonna pull it up and show it to you. Yes. I'm gonna pull it up and I'm gonna show it to you. And then
1 second, great brother. I want to make sure correct you on that. Yeah, that's not a facsimile.
What is that?
A facsimile is a direct copy of an actual artifact.
Okay, 2 out for that, brother. That's an old. This is an old book that's in the archive, the Internet Archive, right? That book, right? Because I got it. I think. Let me see. It's because the cover that I have of the book, right? And this is important for everybody in the chat to notice, right? The actual book that I read, that I have, when you get it from Amazon, it doesn't look like that. But the book that you can get online is, let me see, it looks really old. Let me see, hold on, Scribe. Let me see if I can pull it up. But the part that was underlined was the Heka part. Look, watch when I show you.
There was another part underlined when it was speaking about Tehuti being the mind and the tongue of Ra. Yes. Stuff was hitting me as I was reading it, and then it's beautiful, man. Hold on, I'm gonna pull it up. Let me just give me a minute.
Atef, while you're doing that, what inspired you to do this reading today? Was there any particular rhyme or reason?
Man, you know what? It's so many beautiful. I don't know, because I was looking at I was looking at the hymn to Maat. I was reading that, and then I was looking at one of our old classes, and someone had put in a comment about asking about one of the a book list. So that prompted me to go and look at my book list, and then this was one of the books that came up, and then it just linked to. I was like, because the hymns are very short to read, and they don't provide a very much context, so it's like I wanted to give some context, and it just, I don't know, man, I just was inspired to read it, brother. That's how it played out.
Beautiful. I was just curious because yesterday in the pod class, before the pod class, I was receiving messages, I believe now, from the Netaru or from y'all, how, with Saba doing the breakdown of the dreams. And of course, we're all interconnected in his energy. And yesterday, I emailed you all. I emailed you during the pod class information about the pathways. And I was in my E.A. Wallis BUDGE hieroglyphic dictionary. And one of the definitions or descriptions of Tehuti blew me away. So, okay, keep going in your build. What you wanted to show us?
Yeah, I just wanted to show y'all. Y'all see they have the part about the Heka outlined. Whoever had this book first, this book is old. It is evident that when he had once given the word of command, the Heka, that command could not fail to be carried out by one means or the other. He spoke the words which resulted in the creation of the heavens and the earth, and he taught or set the words which enabled her to revivify the dead body of Asar in such wise that Asar could beget a child by her, and he gave her the formula which brought back her son Heru to life after he had been stung by the scorpion. But you see, this is the part that's outlined. And look at this, look how old this book is. This book like it's older than me and you. The cover, this how the book look. The cover don't look like this when you buy it from Amazon. It don't look like this at all. So look at see his writing on here. But my point to that is that, you know, they know our history, man, and we don't. You know, they know things about these writings that we don't. That's my only point to that. And the part that's underlined is the Heka part. Very interesting to me.
I'm sorry, Atef. I just have a quick question. I didn't mean to interrupt your build. When you were reading that part that was underlined, you said Heka, but that wasn't written in the part. It was the words of command, but it didn't actually say Heka.
No, it didn't say Heka.
You cut out.
Your mic cut. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't say that, but that's what that is. That's what that part that's underlined is speaking about. The Heka, the words of command, the words of power, the Medu Necha. Speaking things into existence. And that part of the book is underlined by someone, and you can see how old this book is, right? Look how old this book is. This is an old book. And when you buy it off of Amazon, it doesn't look like that. It looks like the green book. It's the green book that I showed on Amazon. It's that one for $14. It's I think I paid $14 for it. But it's just interesting, man, because you know, these are things that we don't know. I just bought the book 2 years ago, you know, so it's just beautiful. And thanks for that, Ani, for letting me know that that's not a facsimile. So you said that that's the actual copy of the actual papyrus is a facsimile.
Yes.
Okay. Two.
Yes, you're welcome. Or on the walls, like how in my last Scribe school class, how I was showing different drawings of Aten, and they're drawings. So those drawings are the fact, similar to the fact of what the actual artifact is.
Beautiful. And I guess someone put in the chat it's a full moon. So I guess it is a synchronicity. So this is beautiful. But yeah, man, I'm discovering all of these reads and all of these beautiful stories as I read them. You know, as I bring them forth, I'm just discovering them as well. Some of them I read prior to, because like I said, there's no shortage of literature that our ancestors left behind for us to learn and grow from. So, you know, I'm gonna continue to bring forth these things and present.
Yeah, that was powerful. Extremely powerful. A lot of really good information about Tehuti, and what's really beautiful is Saba has never taught on Tehuti or the name. So I'm waiting for him to do that. And so I'm sure the energy will be multiplied by a trillion.
Yeah, you got that class, didn't you?
Yeah, but
you said yeah.
I got the 101, but
yes.
I think it will be interesting to do the compare and contrast, you know, if he did it in the meta netter or if he would do it in the pod class. I don't know if he'll do it in the pod class, but whenever he does it, I'm sure it's going to be life-changing for whoever gets to witness that. But Tehuti, that's a lot of energy right there. That's all I'm gonna say. That's a lot of energy. Big energy right there.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, there's a lot of great information in those writings, in the book that you was reading from the gods of the Egyptians. Yeah, there's so much information. There's so much, and the beautiful thing, and I'm on a particular mission right now, because there's so many people who speak about Tehuti, but they only speak about him in the Greek reference, the Hermes Trismegistus, the Toph. They only speak about him in that way, and especially in the quote unquote what's the spiritual community. Everyone knows all of this goes back to Tehuti, but they only stop it at the Emerald Tablets or the Kabbalion. Those are the two most popular books when it comes to any type of law of attraction or any type of magic that people associate today with spirituality. They always connect it to the 7 Hermetic principles and the Emerald Tablets. And I've always said it's good information when you first come into this knowledge. It's great. It can definitely assist you. But people stop there, and even I might have to show a screen. Hold on, I gotta show this screen. I gotta show this screenshot because from Instagram, there's someone particular who's a pretty big name, and he has some great work when it comes to mathematics and any type of mathematical connection with the Akus. He's fantastic at breaking down the sacred geometry that's associated with the land of Kemet. And but he's going into a whole nother realm now. He's kind of on his spiritual journey, and so he's been studying Kemet and the Akus for a while, and he has some great information on it. So, and one hold on, let me see if I can find this really quick for everyone, because this was kind of amazing to me. Let me email this to myself.
Great brother. I love the synchronicity of our backgrounds, and your background is crazy.
Yeah.
That background is, what is that? Where did you get that from?
I made that.
Oh, okay. Okay, I see you.
Yeah, it's of course one of the images of Tehuti, and then the background is one of the images from the James Webb Telescope. And I just merged them together.
Okay, no, that's very beautiful. I love how in the readings too, it said Tehuti was the inventor of astronomy. That was very powerful.
Yes, yeah, yes, absolutely. And again, you know, astrology is everyone's god now. Once people come up out of Christianity, it's now astrology. And it's just very interesting. And it really goes to show how deep this matrix is, how deep the matrix is, because there's so many people who studying this information, like you said, Atef, and people know this, but they're not connecting it back to where it's supposed to be. And so I'm gonna show these images. Maybe I'll show them or post them in the Discord. But he's inside the King's Chamber of the Aku, and he's got some great images in there because he travels there all the time. And this guy I'm speaking about is Robert Edward Grant. And anybody can Google him. He's pretty well known. And so he has some great images in the Aku. but he's in there, and there's some like Greek, there's some drawings that people drew in there, and let me show you what he said. Let me just show you what he said. Let me just show you. I'm like, man, because I like him. I'm like, I like you. Why are you doing this? Okay. All right, let me show this.
Everybody wants some of this light, some of this akut.
Yeah, they they definitely do. Okay, here. Let me pull this up, and here it is. Okay, here we go. Share screen. All right, and this is on Instagram. So, and so there's some images of what they're calling petroglyphs in the King's Chamber, and I said, it's obviously clear that this has nothing to do with the Kemetians. I mean, the drawings look like little kid cartoony drawings in there. And so when I said that, he responded to me. He said, described these petroglyphs were done by the builders, Atlanteans, and mirrors the Atlantean constellations, 36 deacons. This is Robert Edward Grant. You see a little check next to his name? Anybody can look him up. He's got a lot of work, and a lot of his work is built in Kemet, and it's all built on mathematics. And okay, nowhere is this written about in the language. I know it's interesting and fun to be creative and imaginative, but let's go back by the facts. Atlantis is another Greek teaching. So, and this is why it's important. This is why it's important when these people try to tell you about what the experts are saying, that they are. You have to use the sieve and run their information through the sieve, because this is someone who many reputable people listen to, because he has some excellent information. He's brought forth a lot of fantastic information, but now he's in the Aku showing these weird like drawings and saying that the Atlanteans did it. So I just wanted to show that and just show, how people are understanding that Tehuti, Thoth, and Billy Carson says Thoth, and it's the Emerald Tablets, and the Atlanteans are creating this, and they built this, and the 36 deacons. And so no, absolutely not. And it's just amazing because we have the writings. We have the writings here of the Kemetians and what they're saying and what they're saying about Tehuti. And here's from one of my real early presentations, my Who is Tehuti class, and that I posted, my very first videos that I started to post here, my Who is Tehuti class. And we have the writings of them, right? The beak of the ibis is the finger of the scribe. Take good heed not to thrust it. The ape of Tehuti sits directing per Kemenu. So what you see in the writings correlate and coincide with what you see drawn in the papyruses. So when it says Tehuti is the one who sits by the balance, and by which his heart is how the scales are weighed, we see it. And then we see Tehuti, the glyph right here. They're looking right at each other. The baboon, like Atef showed, and the glyph here, Tehuti, and the papyrus of HUNEFER, which he spoke about. And same thing here with the papyrus Kerasher, where the book of breathings exist. Right, Tehuti here writing in the book of breathings, and where it attributes Tehuti as the writer of this book. Cometh to thee, Tehuti, most mighty one, Lord of Kemenu. He hath written for thee the book of breathings with his own fingers. So this is this is clear, right? This is saying Tehuti wrote this with his own fingers, but Tehuti is a principle, right? Tehuti is a principle, but here in the book, this principle is writing this book. So yeah, this is what my early presentations used to look like, everyone. So you see the growth, but yes, this is and here's the statue that from the hymn to Tehuti that Atef was reading about, HOREMHEB, scribe of the king. So this actual papyrus here on the statue is where it's being written from. So the hymn to Tehuti is here, right? The square circle. Very powerful. And I love this statue here because of the actual baboon being the headdress itself, right? Sitting on the head of the scribe here as he writes with his hand in the position of the lam, which creates the meditation position, right? The great, beautiful statues here that we see, just very, very powerful, very powerful. And let me see, took a couple screenshots. The name of the god Tehuti appears to derive from the supposed oldest name of the ibis in Egypt, i.e. Tehu or Tehi, right? Tehu, which Tehi is Tehuti. It's Tehuti's name. And you see the glyph here, right? And it's saying, and it says declarations. So as y'all was just speaking about with the Heka, it is the name for Tehuti, and so is lead. You know, what we use today to, you know, write with is Tehuti's name, Tehu, lead. So this is beautiful and this is powerful. So why would anyone not want to go to these writings? Because the matrix is real. And so when they create this illustrious fantasy around Tehuti, it makes people feel, I guess it just makes people feel empowered. But, you know, it's what the Greeks did. They were master planners for sure. There's no way that this was implemented to this height without enormous amounts of concentration and planning to set this entire fairy tale story forward of Atlantis, while creating the Bibles, while creating the astrologies and merging them together. So whichever way you come out of the whatever matrix that they're creating, you're led into another matrix that they created. And this, I love this because let's see, where is it at? Okay, here it is. There is nothing done without your knowing, as the exalted one, son of the great goddess who came forth from her flesh. And so here is again the writings speaking about how Tehuti, and unless the principle comes forth from the flesh, right? So you know, this is powerful. So when you are able to go into what the Kemetians said themselves, there's no debate on whether or not the Natiru were physical kings or not, physical beings or not. And that's why when you see Budge writing about Tehuti being the king, then it makes sense because he understands that that's what the Kemetians taught. This right here is something I took, because this is something I was looking at, because I'll come across some images here. And when it says here, in the first part of the chapter from which the above extracts have been made, Tehuti is clearly appealed to in his capacity of measurer and regulator of times and seasons, and that is to say, as the moon neter, who is commonly called Yah Tehuti, in the first part of the chapter from which the above extracts. Oh, here we go. Yah Tehuti, the great God, Lord of the heaven, the King of the gods. Under this form, the Neter Tehuti is depicted as a mummy standing on the symbol of Maat. And that was actually something that I was I accidentally came across. Let me see. Let me because it's very powerful. And it's not even in the museum no more. Okay.
I feel like you brothers are the Neteru chiropractors. You just fixed my djed. You just adjusted my whole understanding.
Yes, Tua. Right, and here's the Brooklyn Museum. See this image here, the ibis mummy. Often the more elaborate the wrappings, the less likely it is that the whole animal is inside. As the 2 CT scans shown here reveal perhaps the intricate wrapping substitutes for the animal. So I actually was just very interesting. So there's a lot of great information that's out there for us to study. And once you are able to break free of that matrix that the Neteru were physical beings and that they're not just principles, it allows you to be far more expansive in your ability to know what's possible even for you, and to see how the culture of the people who were followers of the Neteru, all of what they brought forth, and they're giving credit to the beings who taught them. That's so deep to just sit and think about. We're here, we're all here existing, and to know that you were taught by beings that we all consider gods today, and you can understand where these concepts of religion begin to morph themselves into what it is. So it's just very powerful and important. So to our good brother Atet Kim Maat for choosing to read these writings. Of course, me being the namesake of Tehuti, it's something very special. So Henu to our great Saba for representing and showing us the doorway out of this just false matrix, and how to be able to research and realize how everyone is in their own individualized matrix. There's collectives of matrices that exist, and no matter how intelligent you are, no matter how much of an expert of something you are still a part of many matrices, because people still have their own individual ka. And today it seems like people want to separate people who went to school for specific things, or as if they're not a ka of a being also searching for what connects to their ka, what connects to their ba, no matter what you claim to be a expert in. And so it's just very important. So Tua, everyone, peace and love, and yeah, we'll go ahead and do the giveaway. We have $100 giveaway. Everyone, make sure you hit the like button. Everyone hit the share button, the subscribe button. We reached 1,000 subscribers. And so now we're doing $100 giveaway.
Hey, great brothers, can you give me 1 second? I'll be right back.
1 second. All right. Yes. So our next goal is, again, we're just going to continue to keep doubling up, to be a representation of the duality. So we're going to keep pushing, and now we're the content now is about to explode. It's about to explode. The House of Aten, as a movement, is expanding exponentially, and what we have to offer and provide to everyone is important, because the foundation is the teachings. Without the teachings, none of this would exist here. So it is absolutely single-handedly the most important, and to build that foundation upon the teachings of Tehuti and the Natiru and Maat, the teachings of Maat and the teachings of Ra and Aset, all of the wonderful Natiru. It is now time, now that we're here, to take this to higher levels. This isn't something that we're doing just to maintain in a compressed box of. No, we're going to take this and we're going to expand it as far as it can go, and everyone is playing a part. All the great supporters, you all have one of the most important parts. And because without you all, there's so much that goes into what support does. And it's the reciprocity of all of the energy and consciousness that it takes to do these and organize everything that's happening, and to consistently come forward and bring forth the readings and be able to, there's a lot. So to let us know that you support us and what we're doing allows us to continue to keep moving at a high level. So you all are amazing, and this is why we do giveaways. We do talent shows where we give away hundreds of dollars. We're not, this is something special. So Tuan Hinu for everyone who's in the frequency and the consciousness of the Natiru. Welcome to the House of Aten. The Natiru exist. That is the slogan. That is the Heka. That is what we're having to re-implement. We're going to take it all the way back to the source and echo what the Kemetic said, echo what the Natiru taught, because the Natiru exist. Not existed, they exist. So Hinu, and I'll pass it to the great brother Menkhu Arab Meri Maat, Head Maat. Peace, good brother.
Hotep, Hinu to you for your powerful knowledge and wisdom and words and echoing Tehuti. Okay, so we're gonna do this giveaway. We'll do a test run first. So I'm gonna share my screen.
Okay, so this is a test run. All right. Let me see. Let me get my phone ready.
So the reason why you can't do it on your phone is because when you do it on your phone and you leave that screen, the sign-in screen, you can't go back and forth screens. That's why you can't do it on your phone. Once you leave the Kahoot website, then you can't go back and it kicks you out. So I'm gonna just hit the start button, and then I think I'm gonna have to switch screens. Just so 1 second. Let me see what screen you all are seeing. Okay, you guys are seeing that screen. Beautiful. Let me just see something.
Everyone, don't worry about that link that I just posted. I'm not sure if that's the right one, but
yeah, this is a new link. You're gonna need a new link, and it's really touchy. That's why I always do it with two screens. And so here,
so look, you see how I don't know if anyone got iPhones or not, but it's like you can pull up the screen and then it's still the YouTube down there at the bottom. See it right there? We can just try it. We can just see, because I can pull up that and still see the YouTube.
Yeah, so yeah, I had to switch screens from the screen that I was just on. So now that you all can see this screen, you have to join. You see where at the top it says join at www.kahoot.it. So you have to go there first. So once you go there, it's going to ask for the game pin. And the game pin is 515-3041. And then you're going to press enter. Okay, Aten is in.
I just scanned the QR code.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's the faster way. I'm old. I'm a dinosaur, so I always do things the long way, the hard way. So let me see.
Hey, good brother, can you hit that little microphone down at the corner right there, in case there's music?
The microphone? You mean the
speaker next to the 3?
You want me to turn it down?
Yes, because I don't know if that's try to take our stuff.
That is so weird. It's not letting me. Let me just see something. It's not letting me. When I click on it, it's not doing nothing. Let me see.
Okay, never mind. I can mute your screen audio. Okay, you're good. You're good.
Okay, cool. Okay, Anu and Antu are in.
All right, come on, y'all. Let's get in.
That's it, in. Load up. Come on in. Okay, Angela Gates is in. Okay. Where's the TEF Rim Kim?
Yes, Nook Pooh said he was in the other one.
Yeah, you
so
gotta come out
different.
Yeah, you gotta come out of that one.
Hotep Master K, peace to you. Join in. This is our chance to win $100. $100. Everyone, I'm sure, can use that. So everyone, come in. Primordial Thought 9. Says, I love the fact what you said to him and he felt moved to respond to you. That shows what you said was truth because he had to respond. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, for sure. To our good brother, come on in.
I've been waiting, Ani. I've been dreaming. I've been waiting for people to start the conversation with these kinds of people, because they put out stuff and people just accept it. And so the level that you and Sabo are on is beautiful, because it's time that the judges come in and address things properly. So I've been waiting. I'm so happy. I'm so glad you did that. Okay, Gabriella is in. Is that correct? I hope I said your name right. So up to 40 people can play this game. So there's no reason why everyone shouldn't participate. This is just a test run. It's a game. We'll do this first one, and then we'll do the one for the $100 first place prize. So everybody come on in. It's just for fun. Don't be shy.
All right. Post the link again.
Okay, let me see. Let me just navigate all of this. Let me just go here.
All right, we're getting ready to post the link again. Lisa, come in here.
Copy.
I seen another brother in here. Naga Kushite T Jeezy. All right, let's Yeah, let's do this test run and see what these Kahoot questions are. All right. Hold on, let me see. Let me switch up the tones around here. Let me hear.
Okay, I posted the chat.
All right, everybody hit that link.
Posted the link. So this is just very basic questions that whoever created this particular Kahoot, these are their questions.
All right, you want to, there we go.
Where's Ox Effect?
Yeah, where's
okay,
Ox Effect? Where's Maharu? Maharu, if you're catching up, then you're gonna miss out. I'm not sure if you're hearing live with us, but all right, let's see if Nookpoo can come in.
Oh, okay, now I can turn the volume down. I'll just turn it all the way off.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah, I have a lag. Okay, Neferkeparet is in. Yeah, we need Maharu and we need Nookpoo Nook and Ox Effect to come in. Primordial Thought 9, you can join in too. This is just a test run.
Yeah, we want to make sure everyone can get in who wants to get in before we proceed. All right, and 2 out for everyone who is supporting. We'll go through the support as well after we get through with this. It takes me to the purple screen. I'm not sure what purple screen.
Okay, here, let me try something.
Oh yeah, that link took me to the same screen. Select mode.
Yeah, let me try this. Let me try another one.
37455. Oh yeah, that's taking us to create one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this is so touchy. Let me see. Yeah, I think you gotta join at the Kahoot.it.
Okay.
Yeah, because the link just takes you to the platform.
Oh, okay.
The only way you can join is you got to follow the instructions of joining at www.kahoot.it, and then that's the only way you can put in the game pin.
Okay, there we go. There's the link. Everyone hit that link, kahoot.it, and then type in the game pin 515-3, what is it? 3041. Let me see. Nickname. Okay, yes.
Who is Tehuti?
That's
Is
me.
that
I was
Saba?
doing it. No. That's
Oh,
me.
okay.
I was
Okay.
doing it on the see how it works. Okay, so yes, does everyone hit that link?
Okay, Master
Kahoot
K's
got
in.
it. Okay, good. It'd be funny. Saba Tehuti comes in.
Like Saba, you can't play. No, you can't play. You know too much. Okay, Nook Poo Nook is in. Okay, Oxavet is in. Oh, okay. Cool.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
Primordial.
Is in. Woo! Where's Minty?
I'm not sure. I know Minty wants to get in.
Sorry about the mix-up on the. Okay, Atef is in. Okay, yeah. Everybody just needed the Kahoot .it link. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. O is in. Whoever O is it, whoever that is.
Who is that? Who is O?
Oh
Put
no!
a name
Yeah,
that
who is that?
we're familiar with. We got when we do the real round, make sure you put a name that we know. So, okay, let's run this test round so we can do the real one. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna press start, and then so I'll just give you guys a little. Say that again.
I said they're not gonna be the same questions, are they?
No.
Oh,
It'll be a different one. So what's about to happen is it'll be a question will pop up, and then the first person, so based on the speed that you answered the question and the accuracy, if you have the right answer, that is how the points are scored. Whoever answers the quickest and who answers the question correctly, that's how you'll see. It'll show us who's in the lead, who's winning, and then it'll, at the end, it'll show us who came in first, second, and third place. So, okay, we're gonna start with the test run. Ready, set, go.
All right, let's see. 3, 2, 1. Everyone hit the yellow button. 8 answers, 9 answers. Okay.
Okay.
Next.
Yo, let's go.
Who can hit the button the first, fastest? Okay, I like that. I like it's some speed associated with it. It's like Jeopardy.
You see, that's how it's done.
Okay, 7 people got it right. Scoreboard, who's winning? Aten, of course, is winning.
Eric G, peace, good brother. When we post the next link, make sure you come in.
like this picture they got up. Uh-oh, Aten is on fire. He got the fire symbol. Okay. Primordials in second. Menkhu coming up in third.
Yeah, I know that last question, everyone put 5,500 years, and which would be more correct, but you know, the Egyptologists, and
yes,
they started it at 3,200 BCE and it ended around 300. Don't worry, y'all, I'm not gonna play in the real game.
Yeah, I'm not gonna play in the real game either. It's gonna be for y'all. Oh, okay. Ox Effect. Ox Effect is coming up.
Oh, he's creeping up. See, I know and I too creeping up.
Oh, okay. I feel you like a pizza slice. I'm tripping, huh? Pizza slices.
Yeah. Oh, like a pizza slice. Okay. Anu and Antu coming up.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Aten has the highest answer streak of 5.
Yeah, this is going to be great. To everyone for participating and for supporting us. Yeah, we appreciate and love each and every one of you. For those who are coming in, who may be coming in after, this is we're doing a game streak where we're allowing everyone to play. Right now, we're just doing a test run, and the winner of the real one, the next one, will win $100. So for anyone who's coming in now.
Yeah, never correct. Yeah, it's like a little bit of a lag. It's a little bit, it's really techie. It's kind of touchy too. My phone, sometimes I'm pressing the button and it's not registering.
Yeah. We might have to like create our own little app and see what we can do. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Let's see, how many questions do you have? 10? Okay. Oh, here we go. Imhotep. Amenhotep served in Josier's court? Which of the following was not one of his accomplishments? Oh, Primordial jumped up. He passed you, Menkhu.
I know, I didn't read the question right.
Why did? Oh, we know this.
Yeah, this
is one of those answers.
Straight up is fat.
It's funny. Everyone think like amateurs and you'll get it. Anu and Antu and Ox Effect right next to each other. It's probably this last question to see who can jump it. Whoever hit, see if you hit the button fast enough. You got to read fast. That's a great Sahu right there too. It's one of the later ones, but it's beautiful. As you see the wrappings are amazing.
Yeah, that was interesting. I've never seen that one before.
Yeah, I think it's one of the 300 Sahus from 300 BC. Ox Effect made the cut at the last second.
Nice. Okay, so now that we did the test run, we're gonna do the real deal. So let me see something. Let me recalibrate.
I don't get no hand. Let me get some hand claps.
Yeah, you gonna have to do that in house.
All right. Excellent. So now we're here for the real one. I'll post the link again for anyone who may have come in later. We're doing a $100 competition giveaway. Kahoot.it right here is in the chat. And as soon as Menkhu Ara sets it up, there'll be a number code. And you'll just type in that code.
Okay, so for this one, me, Ptah, and Atef are not qualified to win, I don't believe. And so are we doing certain, like, are we just doing House of Aten members can participate in this?
I think everyone who was in was pretty much members.
Okay, cool. And so there's how much time do we want to do? We want to do, there's a 15 question, a 20 question, a 30 question, and a 10 question. I looked at the one with the 15 question one, and that one's pretty decent. So.
Okay, let's do that one.
Okay, let's do the 15-minute one or the 15 question one.
Shantae says she want to play.
Okay.
Okay.
You just, yeah, she can play. You can't help her though.
Okay, I'm not gonna help her. I didn't win the last game. Look, she said you not hitting the thing fast enough. I was like, I couldn't see it because I'm watching it on the TV and I'm playing, so I wasn't really trying to play, but I was just trying to see how it worked. But she said, "What you win?" I said, $100. She said, "Give me my computer."
Yeah. Peace to Shantae.
Okay, so I think for me to, because I'm the host, I think I'm gonna come in as a player, and I'll answer like after everybody to be able to hit the next button. So you guys will see my name in there, but I'm not competing.
Oh yeah, Shantae ready. She in there. Angela Gates. Yeah, Maharu is way behind. He's at the he's at the part where I showed Tehuti is led. Hotep Minty. Tua, glad to see you here. No, this is the real round. The last one was just a practice round. This is the real one.
So Nukpu Nook is in, Oxeffect is in, Anu and Antu are in, Angela Gates is in, Shantae is in. And so we will wait for you all to come in. You have to enter, you have to go to www.kahoot.it. And then you have to put in Primordial 9 is in, then you have to put in the game pin. I am not a contestant. I'm in just so I can steer the boat and hit the next button after everyone answers. So I will answer after, or I'll let it clock out actually. Go to the time expires to answer, and then I'm just in here so I can hit the next button. Minty is in. Oh, Shantae had the crown and then they gave her the headphones. Are you changing that, Shantae? How did you do that? How did you do that? Don't you want to go? Oh, you don't want to go back to the crown? I liked the crown. That was tight. Let's see. Okay, Minty, yep, there's the code. You got the code. You're in. Neferkeperet says, yes, sister, it's the one by the QR code. Okay. Nukpu Nook in? Already, did I say his name already? Yep, he's in. He's in. Who we waiting for? Who are we waiting for?
Let's see. Yeah, Maharu, he ain't gonna make it in because he's behind on the live.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's way back. I don't think Master K is coming in. We'll wait 2 or 3 more minutes. Everyone hit the link. There's a link posted again. For those who are watching, see 20 viewers. So let's see.
Yeah, we want the people who contribute and support to begin to win. We don't want no stragglers or randoms. But welcome, you're very welcome.
Neferkeperet, you can't join in.
Okay. I knew it. Antu and Angela Gates got that Tehuti hat, that magician hat. Okay, we gonna see what's gonna happen. If that will bring you good fortune. Okay, Shanti, she went back to the crown. Okay, let's see what the crown do. Ox effect, is that look like the face mask everybody's wearing? They made that illegal to wear in Philly. You cannot wear those what do you call those? The ski masks. The ski mask joints.
Eric G says, I joined, but I'm driving doing errands. Pull over for 5 minutes. Win this $100, good brother.
Yeah, pull over. Don't drive and play Kahoot. That's illegal.
Okay.
We don't want you to get pulled over.
Yeah, no. Okay, so I think everyone's in. Eric G says he's driving, so
he won't play.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we can start it. Y'all ready? I'm ready. Okay, let me get in position. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna press start. Boom. What caused the Nile River to flood yearly?
That's a good one. That is a good one. Minty, you're not gonna have enough time to be in the books because it's based on speed. So you want to hit the button first.
Speed. Yeah, speed. Speed is how you get the big money. Okay, it clocked out. Okay, it said 3 people got it right. And the answer was Angela Gates. Okay. Okay, Gates. Okay, Doors. What is the difference between Kemet, black land, and red land?
Oh.
Interesting. $13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh my.
Ooh, 5 people got it right. Beautiful. The black land supported farming, which is so important in Kemet. Okay, I know. Hey, Minty. Okay, Minty.
Minty jumped up. Uh-oh.
She jumped up. Why did Egypt's pharaohs hold the highest spot in society? Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ooh, 6 people got that one right. They were considered to be god kings. And the score reflects, okay, Shanti moved up. Okay. Ooh, okay, this is getting interesting. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. Yep. Why were rituals and ceremonies an important duty for pharaohs? The part EE.
Hotep says, Shaid, you came in about 5 minutes too late.
Oh no.
But yes, you get to see we are doing a live game show for a $100 game prize. Okay, yeah, people had to read that one.
Yeah, if you all like this, we could do in the future a different game show or something similar, or a Kahoot again. Oh, okay, that one went fast. So 2 people got it right. Rituals made sure that people worship the Neteru.
That's the answer?
I know. Primordial went way up.
Anu and Antu is they're on fire right now.
How did Ramesses II help Kemet expand? Through war.
Through war.
Let's see who got that one right.
It's definitely no.
Okay. Is that Ox Effect that just went up?
Yes.
Okay.
He's a toad with a heart halo.
Okay, 6. We're at number 6 of 15. Name the city where the Great Pyramid is located.
Only got one answer. What happened?
Yeah, what happened?
I don't know what happened there. The time ran out or something?
Yeah, I don't know what happened to that one. That's crazy.
Shantae answered it.
Yeah, make sure you do not hit the next button. Okay,
As
we're at 7 of 15.
As Legay says, it selected it for me. What did the Egyptians and Sumerians share? Let's see if this one.
Oh yeah, the skip button. Do not touch the skip button.
Yeah, I think that last one, it glitched out. Because everyone said it. I think it glitched out on that last one.
Yeah, that was weird because everybody should have got points for that. Okay, let's see who got that one right.
Who hit the red button? Who hit that? Shantae's creeping.
Okay, we're a little past halfway point. How did a belief in the Neteru support Egypt's social and political order? Oh, yeah, good answer. Okay.
Shantae has the fire flame.
Oh, okay. She got 3 in a row. This is like NBA Jams, the video games. She's on fire. Back in the day, why did the Egyptians believe living a good life was better than living a sinful life?
Yeah, whoever can read the fastest is gonna. Yeah, I like these longer ones because then you gotta take time to read them.
Yeah, whoever's got a good cell phone provider and a good internet connection.
Yeah, that too.
Yes, yes, yes. Those living good lives would live forever in the afterlife. Okay. Okay, we're at question number 10. Which of the following would you find in a aku? Ooh, this would be interesting. The answer for this one. Okay. I ain't mad at that answer. Oh, okay. Nook moved up a little bit. Why do pyramid wall paintings show? What did pyramid wall paintings show us about Egyptians?
I mean, there's a lot of it, and all those could be could be the answer. Let's see what Kahoot says.
I got a feeling which I got a suspicion which one. Interesting.
See? See? But I mean, how they worked and how they played is what they also depicted was doing in the Netzerkert while they're eating. So you see what they're eating and you see what they like because they're in the colors they use. So who got that one right? Let's see who got it right. Angela Gates got it right.
Yeah, Angela Gates moved up.
Uh-oh.
Why were papyrus and hieroglyphics writings important to Egyptian history?
It's a free game now. Free reign. Let's see. Hey, that's one of my let me see.
I was definitely thinking number 6. Or the one that 6 people chose. Okay. Angela Gates moved up. Menkhu moved up. Okay, we are closing in. Question 13. How did Egypt's social order help pharaohs maintain control over the citizens? Okay, 14 to 15. Which direction does the Nile River flow? Your background music is definitely better than Kahoot music. Yes, north. Okay, Shantae. Oh, okay, it's close. Here it comes. The last question, I believe. Who did the ancient Egyptians trade with?
Oh man.
This is a trick question. Okay. And let's see who the winner is. Oxafet in 3rd place. In 2nd place, I knew Menkhu.
She made it. See, a last second turn.
Ooh, interesting.
Never Unk. Everything is beautiful in life.
Nice. Congratulations. Tef, you can't use this money. Shantae, she hit the last second sprint. And
hey, it was her and my 12-year-old sitting next to me at 13.
Oh, she's 13. She's
13. It was them two answering the questions.
Nice. Well, see, that's
Minty
why
thought it was fun.
Peace.
Wow, Haru said, "Wow, Shantae did the snake style."
She sure did. We sure did hit the snake style last second. It ain't how you start, it's how you finish. Never give up.
She said she was about to give up because I wouldn't give her the answers.
Man, got a couple wrong.
Yeah, that last one was a trick question.
Yeah,
you got it right though.
Definitely.
Well, congratulations to Shantae and the young one. It's congratulations. You have $100 coming your way. Spend it how you like. Wonderful. It's amazing. So yeah, to everyone who participated. I knew Aunt Two was right there the whole time. And then that last second, I know y'all hit Mesopotamia. That's why I started laughing, because that's like the first block too, and they did do trade. That's the funny part. So yeah, that was amazing. To everyone for participating. We have $100 gift card coming your way, Shantae. So yeah, to Hinu, everyone who participated. That's wonderful. Yeah, this is what we do at the House of Aten. We take the knowledge and make it fun, and this is how you learn. So yeah, that's a great concept. I love that concept. We may we need to look into how to create that for ourselves. To our great brother Menkhu Ara, let's give Menkhu Ara a round of applause for putting that together for us.
Makaru.
You want to give a victory speech, Shantae?
Yeah, let's hear the speech.
I don't have a victory speech.
Well, how do you feel about winning?
I mean, I'm honestly shocked because I had wanted to give up after I got a couple questions wrong, and I was falling, and I wasn't answering fast enough. But then I was just like, man, I gotta get through this quick. I gotta select it quick.
Well, I'm glad you stuck with it. Came back last second, so congratulations.
That's all the Monday classes. Saba gonna be proud. All the Monday classes, see, they coming through.
Yep.
The first thing I said is the Nile River flows backwards.
Yeah, that's really interesting that the Nile flows to the north. But yeah, I kind of had Kahoot in my back pocket. Ani Ptah was like, "Can you do a game show for us?" And I was like, "Oh, I got a couple days to come up with something." But I had Kahoot in my back pocket because when I used to teach, I would do with my students. We would use Kahoot. I would use Kahoot to quiz them. Sometimes it would be specific stuff. Sometimes it would just be fun stuff. And so it all came together pretty good. I'm glad people that want to bring out their netter acts about the Kahoot and enjoyed it. So Hinu, and it's an honor to serve.
Hey, Nook Poo, man, that's she didn't wing it. That's all the Monday classes, bro. She be there listening in the background. She be in the cut. She be there. She be paying attention. She upset that Monday class is on pause. I think she more upset than all of us. She is disappointed. She's like, but why can't y'all just do the Saturday classes shorter? Why they gotta be 10 and 12 hours? If they were shorter, and he'd have more time on Monday.
Nook, we should do one about the class questions. And so with Kahoot, you can make it. You can do your own. It just take a little while to formulate the questions and everything. And I think you have to have a certain level of membership at a cost. So I'm using the free version of Kahoot.
Yeah, look at Nook Poo. He's the one when after the first place winner and he's walking with his head down saying, "Man, I had the wrong shoes on today. I should have worn my other ones." Peace, good brother Nook Poo. Yes,
she got it right, bro, because the answers was upside down. Some of it. That's exactly how she got it right, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, she had the crown on.
Yeah, that's a great first run, and we'll know how to improve on it for the next one. And so yeah, it was fun. It was great. Congratulations to everyone who participated and got some of those right, because it's a game on knowledge, and so we'll definitely as we move forward we'll create them and put them more of the level in which that we're studying. That's and it'll be it's fun. So yeah, it's wonderful. So to everyone, and so I'll go through and I'll show the support, and yeah, I already have everything for you, Tef. So I'll send this out your way tomorrow, and let Shantae ball out. All right, let's see where we at here. Yeah, Tua for everyone who supports the House of Aten. It's wonderful. So I'll go ahead and start to share my screen. We'll go through the support that we received in. For those who are watching on the playback, the links are posted to the top of the chat. They're in the bio as well. And let me put up the banner for those who may be watching on your TV. You can just pull out your camera, put your camera on that QR code, a link will pop up, hit that link, it'll take you right to us. House of Aten, PayPal, and Cash App. All right, so let me share the screen, and yeah, let's Tef get all your horns ready, because one of the great Kerr of the House of Aten is supporting wonderfully. And so I'll show her last. So let's start with the great brother Oxafek, who sends in 1572 for Tua, Nefer, Senu, Henu, Karu, Per, Aten. To our great brother Oxafek, Henu, we appreciate you. So you're very consistent in everything that you do, and we definitely appreciate your consistency. And I also look forward to you seeing what you blossom into here at the House of Aten as well. Peace. All right, let me go to Let me see. Minty Hotep says we should ask Saba if we can play for Medu class recordings as the prize. Well, that's the great thing about, you can use this to get your Medu classes. You can get 5 Medu classes with this if that's what you like to do. Absolutely. So yes, Tua Minty. All right, next we have Lisa, Queen Lisa 14, who sends in $25 for Tua for the Sunday classes. Except one moment you're sounding loud and then the next moment they're low.
Is it low or loud right now?
Yeah, it's low. A little louder, but it's still pretty low. But it's good. It's good. To Lisa, we appreciate you absolutely, and you're supporting great. You're on a consistent support system, so we appreciate and we love all of the consistent ones, the ones who are disciplined enough to show appreciation to that which also provides for you, and you appreciate these classes and you show your appreciation. So we appreciate you. To you, one of the great Mers of the House of Aten. All right, next we have the wonderful, illustrious, great moderator, Primordial Thought 9, who sends in $20 for Tua Ishin for March and April. Yes, Hinu to the great brother Primordial Thought 9. We appreciate you, great brother. Extremely consistent. Going to be another one of the great students who begin teaching. One of the wisdom holders. So to our good brother, and to our for everything that you're doing outside of these classes as well, that you're doing for your family. And leading by example, great brother Hinu, and Tua to you. All right, next we have Anu and Antu, who sends $20 for Tua for the reading, great brother Atef. Yes, Tua and Hinu, Anu and Antu, wonderful assets to the House of Aten, and are doing a lot. They're doing a lot for the House of Aten. So we appreciate you and everything that you are doing and participating in to help us to grow and expand. Hinu. All right, next we have 2 to show from Nukpu. This first one is 3333 for Hotep Netter Aten, Rek, Moldavite, Kes, Meri, Maat. Okay. All right. I think this is I don't play with pseudos. Netter Aten, Rek, Knowledge on Moldavite. All right. There we go. There we go. And then he also sends in 333 for Tua Netter Atef, Saba Netter Tehuti, is Netter Tehuti, Hinu. I don't play with pseudos.
Oh, okay. I feel you like a pizza slice. Yeah.
Yes, Hinu, great brother. Yes, Hinu, great brother, Nukpu, Ma'akaru, Amun Ray. We appreciate you. Extremely consistent and absolutely. Tua. And, you know, I got you, good brother. So Tua and peace to you, Hotep, for your support. And this is in my notes. So Hotep and Tua to you. All right, next we have 80 Thieves, who is VRI, who sent in $40 for 4 months of the membership for the Kuru. Yes, to our good brother VRI, another great Kerr of the House of Aten. We appreciate you, and here he is paying up. And I'll be making some announcements on the membership as well. We have some updates that we'll be announcing, and so right now, you know, there's the Kuru, and so now it's being expanded into 3 different tiers. So there's going to be 3 levels of the Kuru. Level 1, Wa or Ua. Level 2, Sin. And level 3, Kemet. So it's going to be Keru Ua, Keru Sin, and Keru Kemet. So there'll be 3 different ways for you to become a member. And as I continue to, as I complete the website, I'm going to have all the members now and all the ones who are paid up to a specific time. I'll give you, because we're switching the system, I'm moving it to another system, so it won't be the support won't be paid through Cash App or PayPal. It'll be a membership system. So everyone be on the lookout for that, and I'll keep everyone updated in the Discord, all the great members. So Tua for all the support and wanting to be a part of the House of Aten and help us to expand and grow and build this foundation to represent the Natiru and represent the great Saba Tehuti. All right, next we have from the wonderful Saeed, who sent in support earlier in the week, and she just sent in support again for this class. So let's give her everything. She sends in $106 for membership fees and support, as well as another $44.44.
See, that's how it's done.
You are watching a master at work.
Not a surprise when you learn of the light that I bring.
You see, that's how it's done.
Forget that we the real champions around here. I don't play with pseudos.
Yeah, we're here, and we're the best.
Hinu and Tua to the wonderful Seshaid. And I'll also show this one as well. She sends in another $44.44 for support.
Neb Nefer Unk. Everything is beautiful in life.
Yes. So Tua Hinu to Seshaid, who came into the game a little bit too late, but we'll be doing more of these. She said, I was like this, a game show. We were shouting the answers on the screen. Yes. Yes, that was a lot of fun. So Tua Seshaid, you are absolutely wonderful. We appreciate you and for supporting us and for being a Kerr as well for the House of Aten. All right, and lastly, let me check here. All right, yes. And lastly, we have Nook Poo sends in a 333 for Tua Netter Menkhu for that game. Yes, to our great brother Nook Poo, Hinu to Menkhu Ara, Hinu to Tefrem Maat, and for being here in the House of Aten and for representing and being pillars as we continue to to build and expand. And Tua for all the great Kuru, all the great Meru, for supporting. All right, so yes, Tua Henu. That's, let me double check and make sure. Look, Pooh, you like how fast I do that, right? Tua Henu. To everyone, Primordial, what's he say? Everything I hear, Minty soundbite, I hear how House of Aten music. Yes, we're gonna hear Primordial Thought 9 on some music here soon. You're gonna hear Primordial Thought 9 on top of some SCRIBE music. All right. Let me all right, let me just refresh here. Okay, wonderful. And we have one more to show from the wonderful Nefer, Minty Hotep, who sends in 111 for Kes. Someone may say, oh, well, it's sending in $1. Well, you see this here. Minty says, interesting. That would be extremely helpful in the money donation department for me, Hotep. So it's not about what you give. It's just about that you do. It's a reciprocity system. So if you have $2 to your name and you give the House of Aten 111, that's 50% of what you own. And that's what matters. So Tua and Henu to Minty Hotep, because she does a lot for us behind the scenes as well, and we appreciate her and everything that she is doing, and she's bringing forth one of the wonderful creatives of the House of Aten, the offerer of light. So Tua Minty Hotep Nati Maat. For your wonderful support and all the ways that you support, great sister. And look, she says, I literally have $2 to my name right now, Hotep. Hotep to you, Tua, wonderful sister. All right. So let me check and make sure we're all good here. All right, yes. Hinu to the great Kuru, to all the great members of the House of Aten. We definitely appreciate each and every one of you and what everyone is contributing to the building and the structure of reestablishing the consciousness of the Natiru, of the ancient ones back here today. And we're the only ones doing it. So Tua Hinu to all the great Kuru. Tua Hinu to all the subscribers who helped to get us to this milestone, this goal. We appreciate each and every one of you. House of Aten, the Natiru exist. This was the hymn to Tehuti, ancient Kemetic literature. Very powerful class. So the way things align is very divine. So Tua and Hinu. And so we'll go ahead and close out. We're 3.5 hours in. This was a fun one, and we'll look to incorporate more of these type of events. So yes, peace and love, everyone. I hope you all have a fantastic week. Set your goals. Put a time limit on when you want to achieve them, and go get it. When you speak, be sure that when you speak, that you are able to be honest with yourself in the words that you speak. So therefore, when you go to speak, everything that you say is in Maat and in truth. We have a Wisdom Wednesday class this coming up Wednesday. I look forward to seeing all the great Kuru there. It's going to be another great class. And Tua for everyone's patience on the House of ATTON website. When it's released, we're taking over all platforms. So Tua and Hinu to everyone who is a part of what we're doing, who sees the vision, and is walking in Maat, traversing through the consciousness of the Natiru and the ancient ones who brought forth the highest level of all things that exist, and to be reflections of that. Tua for your attention. Without your attention, this could never exist. Sakim Arit, murder Ka'a, Simu Hatu Natiru, Per in Hetep. I have obtained the power to do what pleases my Ka. May the hearts of the Natiru lead me. I come forth in peace. Hotep.
Hotep and Hinu to the Nefer Karu. Peace and love to the great brothers, Tef Rim Kim and Ani Ptah. Hinu to our great master teacher, Saba Tehuti, who is Lord of Divine Words, Lord of the words of the Netaru, the King of the Netaru. Come to me, Tehuti, O noble Ibis. Come to me and give me counsel to make me skillful in your calling. He who masters it is found fit to hold office. Fate and fortune are to be found with you. Peace and love, everyone.
That was wonderful, my brother. Hotep, peace and love to the chat. houseofouten.org. Come join us. Saba Tehuti Amen Hotep Ra. Hinu to you, great teacher. Hinu to the great Ahati Maat. Hinu to all the great supporters. Hinu to the great Primordial Thought, the great Nukpu, Angela Gates, everyone in the chat. Nefer Kaparet. Peace and love to everybody. We will see y'all next week. Peace and love to Sheshayet. Just going through the list, seeing everybody in the chat. Peace and love to Eric G. That's it. This was a great class, guys. This was absolutely fun. I enjoyed it and definitely look forward to what we're building here at the House of ATTON. So come join us, houseofouten.org. With that, we will close out as we do with our beautiful affirmation. From today's teachings, the hymn to Aten, the hymn to Tehuti. Your calling is splendid above any other. It makes for greatness. One discovers the knowledge in it to form a distinguished man. I have seen the many men you favored, and they are high officials seated on the council of the 30, strong and powerful because of what you do. And it is you who gave them wisdom, and it is you who give good counsel to him without a mother. Fate and good fortune are in your hand. Oh, come to me that you may give me wisdom. I am a devotee of your domain. Let me recount your mighty deeds, wherever I may be. Then shall the multitude of people say, great are the things Tehuti has accomplished. Anki Maat, An NS, Nintet or Set Maat, Min Hapapet Maat, Her in Hu Kui, Per Ikut. I live for Maat. I exist within her. I do not speak in the place of Maat. Every day I advance towards Maat. My being is surrounded in darkness. I come forth as conscious light. Hotep, peace and love.
Yo, let's go.
I woke up back in my bed. I could see my room as clear as looking through a lens. See, I thought I was awake, so then I tried to move, but my body shocked me like I was plugged in a socket. I started panicking and scrambling within my mental. I thought I died and now my body I'm forever locked in. I was screaming, help me, someone help me please. But there wasn't any sound making it through my teeth. I could see movement in motion, shadows gather around me. How could I close my eyes already closed? Eating alkaline at this time, fasting reads so shocking. I was stuck in a paralysis, it had me froze. It's time to shed. It's time to shed. I heard a voice in the back of my head. Rebirth, it's time to shed. It's time to shed. It's time to shed. I heard a voice in the back of my head. Rebirth, it's time to shed. I finally started waking up and coming back. I was in the opposite of states effect. That's relaxed, I grabbed my phone and started to do research. Knowledge of what happened, I was in a lack. Insidious, the movie came direct to mind. Every time I've seen this, it was connected to what's not divine. Demons crawling forcefully, holding the body down. Ain't no point in trying to scream, you will not make a sound. Deep within, I knew I made that a reality. The all is mine, I saw it, and so shall it be. I start replacing fear with knowing universe is mental. Talking to my subconscious to wake me up in dreams. Then one day my spirit guides came in so essential. Daylight's astral playing loud in my dream helped to set me free. I'm back in paralysis, laying on my couch. But this time I was calm, ready to exit out. It's time to shed. It's time to shed. I heard a voice in the back of my head. Rebirth, it's time to shed. It's time to shed. It's time to shed. I heard a voice in the back of my head. Rebirth, it's time to shed. From what I read, I need to move my arms in front of me. See a rope and pull it, separate and then release. Now I'm out, I see my house is gleaming, I accept it. Looking in the mirror, staring at my car's reflection. I was so ecstatic, flying in every direction. This was months of subconscious reprogramming and redirection. Place my thoughts in my body, wake up, that's what I did. I was reborn from that day so I could start to live.